Test 1 2, test 1 2. Is game making noise? Hopefully that's not too loud for people. Live chat's unavailable. Testing out trying to play video games on this, but I don't know if I need to make sure that my system's all set up correctly. If anyone's actually watching this right now. If anyone's watching it, welcome. Okay, let me see if I can get my chat to be available. Collection. Okay. Yeah, it's a gaming stream. I have it set up. All right. Well, okay, my chat's not working on my OBS, but I'm just gonna be looking at it on my phone then. So happy to have everyone here, guys. It's a pretty late night stream, but I wanted to fire up a stream and see if this gaming setup works. So I have my PlayStation. I bought Elden Ring. I am currently in the tutorial of Elden Ring. But so far the tutorial is fun. Let me know if anyone else actually has played this, but so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting trying to do a gaming stream with everyone because I want to like play some stuff in the background to listen to and react. So we'll see how this works. So we'll try gaming. The first thing that I wanted to talk about tonight though was just how racist all of the reactions to Zohran Mamdani's win are. So you have this guy, what is this guy's name? Twitter name is, he called him like Little Muhammad. He called Zohran Mamdani. Yeah, it's Representative Andy Ogles, and he called him Little Muhammad. Little Muhammad joined the Democratic Socialists before becoming a citizen. If he hid that, he could potentially be deported. His pro-terrorist communist views are why the West is burning. I love God and my country. Those who don't can leave. So, like, this fucking piece of shit, I mean, oh, what the hell? He's obviously being racist, and he's a Republican from Tennessee. Look at him. Wait, I saw something where he had, like, a cartoon of himself on here, which I just thought was hilarious. Like, he has a cartoon of himself, but where is it? So he did an exclusive interview with Benny Johnson. Oh, you're about to sleep? No worries. Go take your sleep. I just decided that I'm going to completely fuck myself tonight. Anyway, what is this? He dropped this rap just a year before becoming a citizen. In it, he says he loves 5 men who were convicted of funneling 12 million. Okay, hold on. We have to listen to Zohran's rap. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Thinking of my Fuia hijab on her head. What will she face? What will be done and said? Fear, fear, it never ends. A glance, a word, who knows what it will portend. She doesn't walk outside, doesn't ride the train, cause she's terrified of the common pain. From the words, looks, grabs, and shoves men. She knows not who to trust, stand. She lives at home. I've heard a worse rap. This is actually, like, not horrible. Work in the car, the fear grows inside out. It feels safe when under pressure across the boundary. Understand this, you understand me. Thoughts never far from the safety of my family. With all of us now cast as the enemy. Values homeland and oh my God! Security. I
think this has to be like our official gaming music from now on this channel. Okay, so I just fell off of the bridge there. Anyway, so this guy, let's listen to what his interview is. Andy Ogles. Also, there's like, if I lose power, it's because there's a crazy storm going on right now outside my house. Denaturalization over rap lyrics. The Tennessean. This is a local outlet that's covering him.
To the people.
He's calling. Oh yeah, this. It's like an AI generated picture that he posted of him talking to Zohran, being like, "I'm a white guy. You're a Muslim. Get out of America." He needs to be deported. He's born in Uganda. He came to America. In a letter, Ogles urged her to denaturalize Mamdani, citing a chapter in the U.S. Code that outlines the revocation of citizenship for individuals who willfully misrepresent or conceal material support for terrorism and rap lyrics. Is that in the code? Concealment of material evidence, refusal to testify. Shall be attorneys institute proceedings in any district court of the U.S. in the judicial district in which a naturalized citizen may reside at the time of bringing suit. They can cancel their certificate of naturalization. If they refuse to testify as a witness in any proceeding before a congressional committee concerning his subversive activities, in a case where such person has been convicted or contempt for such refusal, they can constitute a ground for revocation of a person's naturalization under this subsection as having been procured by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation. If the naturalized citizen does not reside in any judicial district, the proceedings may be instituted in the U.S. district. The notice to party. The party to whom was granted the naturalization. Membership in certain organizations. If a person who shall have been naturalized after December 24th, 1952, shall within 5 years following such naturalization become a member of or affiliated with any organization, membership in or affiliation with which at the time of naturalization would have precluded such person from naturalization under the provisions of section 1424, it shall be considered prima facie evidence that such person was not attached to the principles of the Constitution of the United States and was not well disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States at the time of naturalization, and in the absence of countervailing evidence, it shall be sufficient in the proper proceeding to authorize the revocation and setting aside of the order admitting such person to citizenship and the cancellation of the certificate of naturalization. Okay, so basically he's saying that if he's in a organization which precluded such person from naturalization within 5 years after becoming naturalized. So wait, what is this section then? So this is, no person shall hereafter be naturalized as a citizen of the United States, one who advocates or teaches, or who is a member of or affiliated with any organization that advocates or teaches opposition to all organized government, so basically anarchist, or two, who is a member of or affiliated with A, the Communist Party of the United States, B, any other totalitarian party of the United States, C, the Communist Political Association. Bro, they literally wrote that you can't become a citizen, you can't become a naturalized citizen if you're affiliated with the Communist Party. The Communist or other totalitarian party, Communist Party, any section, subsidiary, branch, affiliate, or subdivision of any association or party, the direct predecessors or successors of any such association or party. What about like being a Nazi? Is that not that doesn't preclude you from becoming a citizen? Who, although not within any other provision through its own utterances, who advocates or teaches or who is a member of or affiliated with any organization that teaches the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the U.S. The duty, necessity, or propriety. This is hilarious because it's literally like if you're a Republican who, let's be honest, tried to forcefully overthrow the government on January 6th. It could basically be like, if you're a Republican, you shouldn't become a citizen because you advocate for the violent overthrow of the government. Who writes or publishes or causes to be written or published or circulates, distributes, prints. Okay, what? Okay, what? The overthrow by force, violence. So basically, if you're an anarchist, if you're standing against the government, or if you're trying to overthrow the government, which Zohran is not any of those things. Also, if you're a communist, which once again, he's not a communist. But like, they specifically write, if you're a communist, if you have communist political association, then you are prohibited upon the naturalization of persons, but not if you're a Nazi or if you're a Republican, like who favor totalitarian forms of government. That's what our president is right now. Well, almost. We're almost there. So anyway, so what's his evidence? Mr. Mamdani expressed open solidarity with individuals convicted of terrorism-related offenses prior to becoming a U.S. citizen. Specifically, he rapped, "Free the Holy Land 5, my guys." 5 guys. The rap lyrics come from a song Mamdani rapped in while he was pursuing a rap career. I think all good politicians need to have started off with a rap career. Ogles believes that Mamdani's once rapped lyrics were publicly praising the 5 and that erased concerns that Mamdani may have held affiliations or sympathies he failed to disclose during the naturalization process. While I understand that some may raise First Amendment concerns about taking legal action based on expressive conduct, such as rap lyrics, speech alone does not preclude accountability, where it reasonably suggests underlying conduct relevant to eligibility for naturalization. Past rhetoric garners criticisms. So he said, you know what? Ogles has been condemned in the past for his words against Muslims. Once in 2024, he was captured on video responding, "Kill them all," to questions from pro-Palestinian activists regarding the war in Gaza. You know what? I think we should kill all of them if that makes you feel better. Everybody in Hamas. Ogles later backtracked and clarified he was talking about terrorists, which I mean, to be fair, he was talking about terrorists. He just thinks that all Muslims are terrorists. His comments drew criticism. The group denounced Ogles' comments in the video. Okay, so anyway, I mean, what a lovely person. What a fucking lovely person, Representative Andy Ogles. Let's listen to him on that. Let's listen to some of his interviews. Why does he? I fucking hate Republicans because they all use this AI bullshit. Ah, fuck. What a scumbag.
Said that this man should be deported. And he actually joins us now from a actual moving car. That's a busy politician right there. Congressman, good to have you on. You say Mamdani...
That's a busy politician right there? Motherfucker tweeted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He tweeted 6 times yesterday. You're saying he's a busy politician, and he didn't just put out tweets. He clipped videos and then tweeted captions for these videos.
Politician right there. Congressman, good to have you on. You say Mamdani should be, you have a letter to Attorney General Mamdani demanding an investigation into whether Mamdani should be subject to denaturalization proceedings on the grounds that he may have procured U.S. citizenship through willful misrepresentation or concealment of material support for terrorism. Give us your claim here, sir.
Well, so part of the process when you fill out the naturalization forms, which, you know, here's a copy of one here, is you've got to disclose your activities. So like communism, anti-American activities. And so in 2018, when he was naturalized, he failed to disclose some of the things that he had been doing, one of which was joining the Democrat Socialists of America. That's a communist organization, which quite frankly, at that time, would have disqualified him from becoming a United States citizen. So what we're encouraging to do is the Justice Department to look into the timing of his joining that organization. It would have...
The DSA is not a communist organization. Okay, guys, has anyone played Elden Ring before? Because, like, how do you do, like, a special move in this game? Oh, that's how you can lock onto something? That's cool. Like, there was the, Assassin's Approach or something?
Than anti-American, it would have fit the definition of what he would have been required to disclose, and quite frankly, would have made him most likely ineligible to become a naturalized citizen. So if that's true, then the process could begin of him being denaturalized. Now, that being said, even if we can't prove or dot the I's and cross the T's and get this guy on this and create the template for these other individuals who come to this country. They're sleeper cells. They want to undermine our way of life. They want to take advantage of our generosity. Enough is enough. Look, I'm a proud American. I love my country, love my flag, I love my God, and I love my family. And I'm tired of us being taken advantage of by the rest of the world.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it's something to see this. You know, we've gotten so complacent.
I'm tired to see us taking advantage of by the rest of the world. I mean, the guy is just racist. He sees brown people. He's like, oh, people like Ilhan Omar and now Zohran Mamdani, they're just trying to take advantage of us.
With the threat of what this ideology can bring to this country. And it really is scary how it's just celebrated in the streets now. It used to not be that way. Congressman, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Man, I do love watching them squirm, though. No, yeah, they're trying to deport him. I do love watching Republicans
Congressman Andy Ogles
and capitalists squirm when because of Zohran Mamdani. It's so great. Let's just read a little bit more of this racist piece of shit's tweets. Dollar Store Obama defends an anti-Semitic socialist Marxist. Little Muhammad, who is literally going to destroy the great city of New York and stop our ICE patriots. Oh, that's why he's sad? Because he's going to prevent ICE from kidnapping people and tearing apart families? I fight for and defend Americans. These losers fight criminals and terrorists. Yeah. Increase the size of this. I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, he's talking about Hakeem Jeffries? Holy shit, he literally is just racist. Dollar Store Obama? He calls Hakeem Jeffries Dollar Store Obama? Bro, that's crazy. Andy Ogles is a fraud.
Again, I just don't know what's wrong with this complete and total fraud. This guy's whole life is fake. Your whole life is fake, bro. You lied about being an economist. You lied about being in law enforcement. I don't know how you got elected to the United States Congress. Your whole life is fake. And you're running your mouth again? We need to throw you out of the United States Congress. You are a fraud.
Dude, if we're deporting people based off of their values being un-American, we should deport Andy Ogles because he's advocating to disrupt the democratic will of the people by trying to use force and violence to get rid of a candidate when he can't beat them through popular vote.
You are a complete and total embarrassment. How the hell did you get elected? And we're going to put you right at the top of the list. Right at the top of the list of people we need to hold accountable as soon as we get the gavels back.
All right, shut up. As soon as we get the gavels back. Little Muhammad was required to disclose any advocacy for communism on his citizenship reports. If Zohran omitted this, he could face deportation. All right, let's listen to this video.
We can cut to the chase, but obviously there was a really shocking Democratic primary in the city of New York. By the way, the great city of New York, and they've got their issues with liberal policies, and we could spend a whole episode on that. But this guy is a nut job, and so but as we look at, so he became a naturalized citizen. And so we sent a letter to Pam Bondi. So that's kind of where we're at. I'll let you queue up and, whatever you want to do, and I can answer questions.
We have your letter. We have the mayor. We have Mr. Mayor. We have Mr. Mayor, of course, Rudy Giuliani was a federal prosecutor. He just made a ton of news in the last interview saying, you absolutely need to investigate this guy. You need to investigate him for his connections to terrorist organizations. If you're rapping about him, as your letter states,
that's right.
If you're rapping about helping Hamas and the guys who funded Hamas, who are in prison for funding Hamas, well, you got to at least be in favor of it. There's got to be something that you like about that. Maybe you can elucidate further for us what your office found.
So to give your viewers context, so like on your naturalization forms, there's a section on there where it talks about your activity in your alliances. And so we've continued to dig, the team's continued to dig. So we actually have breaking news for your show that, so he became a citizen, naturalized citizen in 2018. And so at the same time, he's filling out these forms to become a citizen.
So he was a citizen in 2018, 5 years. It's been 7 years since then. Just one more thing, like, did I not read this correctly? They link this. So he became a citizen. They're citing a chapter in the U.S. Code that outlines a revocation of citizenship. This is the chapter that we looked at. It says, it shall be the duty... It says, for the purpose of revoking and setting aside the order admitting such person to citizenship and canceling the certificate of naturalization on the ground that such order and certificate of naturalization were illegally procured or were procured by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation, and such revocation and setting aside of the order admitting such person to U.S. citizenship and such canceling of the certificate, respectively, provided that the refusal on the part of the naturalized citizen within a period of 10 years following his naturalization to testify as a witness maybe institute in the U.S. Citizenship unlawfully procured. When a person shall be convicted under Section 1425, knowingly procuring naturalization in violation of the law. So I guess it's this. If a person who shall have been naturalized shall within 5 years next following such naturalization become a member affiliated with any organization, membership in or affiliation which with at the time of naturalization would have precluded such person from naturalization, it shall be considered prima facie the evidence that such person was not attached. So I guess they're saying that if you're a member of this, then you're precluded from becoming naturalized, and if you become a member within the 5 years after naturalization, then you're also precluded from being naturalized. Hey, what's going on, Michaels? So anyway, and then what are the groups? Basically, being a communist, being an anarchist, which is pretty hilarious that like being a Nazi is not listed on there. Like this is after World War II, and they don't have being a Nazi party member is as a reason to not be a citizen, but they do have being a communist as part of the reason. And once again, Zohran was not a communist, and it does say nothing about being a terrorist at all. Wait, is Night Rain out? I didn't even know Night Rain was out. Is exactly okay. Let's see what Trump
separation
has to say
of
about
powers
this.
and the rule of law in striking.
Oh yeah, this was the Supreme Court basically saying that courts can't have injunction power over the president's executive orders, basically, which is so fucked up. Like we're so screwed. Support little Muhammad. Oh yeah, what did he say here? I mean, it looks pretty good to me. Yelling at a fascist thug, Tom Homan. Stop posting Zohran's W's. Anyway, Andy Ogles is a piece of shit. You know who else is a piece of shit is Kirsten Gillibrand. So let's take a look at this.
Propaganda being spread that is like at the level of right after 9/11, and I find it disgusting that someone who is one of the most powerful people in this country would repeat right-wing talking points to diminish the incredible achievement of Zohran Mamdani.
Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup.
This is Ashley with Status Coup.
On the ground.
In Philadelphia.
Flint, Michigan. East Palestine, Ohio. Please support the leading independent news outlet on the ground,
covering what the corporate media covers up.
Kirsten Gillibrand, we're outside. Kirsten Gillibrand, we're outside. We are louder than your lies. We are louder than your lies.
Why did you show up today to protest in front of Kirsten Gillibrand's office?
I was deeply disturbed by her comments on Brian.
I mean, shout out to these people, and also shout out to Status Quo. They do great work. Yeah, so Kirsten Gillibrand, she basically accused Zohran Mamdani of being a jihadist and threatening to like not protect all Jewish people in New York, which is just crazy. By the way, I am actually just physically lost in this game. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. How ADHD are we? Dude, I can't just play a video game and not also listen to the news.
In Lair, and I think it was shameful the way that she spoke about my colleague and friend Zohran Mamdani.
This is a very serious issue because people that glorify the slaughter of Jews create fear in our communities. The global intifada is a statement that means destroy Israel and kill all the Jews. These are the kinds of things that if Mr. Mamdani is elected our mayor, we'll need to assure all New Yorkers that he will protect all Jews and protect houses of worship and protect funding for not-for-profits. But I understand why people are concerned because of past statements. And so this is just an issue that I will work with him on for sure.
He was never out there saying globalize the Intifada. He was asked about other people who used it. So just to be precise about what happened there, yes?
Well, as a leader of a city as diverse as New York City, with 8 million people, as the largest Jewish population in the country, he should denounce it. And that's it. Period.
I am New York State Assembly member
Emily Gallagher.
Emily Gallagher.
And I am a colleague and friend of Zohran Mamdani.
And I am a colleague and friend of Zohran Mamdani.
I know him to be an enormously peaceful person. I know him to be worldly, intelligent.
I mean, it's literally just like he's getting criticized and people are saying that he's going to bring about violence against Jewish people simply because he's Muslim, simply because of his name and the color of his skin. And obviously not a good thing. Like, yeah, there's been no indication that he's anti-Semitic at all, but because he presents as Muslim, people bring, and like obviously we have a huge issue with people criticizing Israel, and people are hypersensitive about that right now. And so because of we're hypersensitive about Israel, and he's Muslim, they've been asked, and also he's a leftist, anti-Zionist, he doesn't support the ethno-state of Israel, and that's why people are hypersensitive. And I think this is going to be really interesting, and like ultimately my hope is that Zohran Mamdani, he's experienced a lot of Islamophobia, of course, and he's been accused of a lot of anti-Semitism, but I do think this is an opportunity for a turning point where people will come out of this the other side, and if an anti-Zionist Muslim who has refused to condemn the phrase globalize the Intifada, and he's refused to accept Israel as an apartheid state, I think that this could be an opportunity to really not go back into those positions again, because this is the most extreme form of anti-Zionism we're really getting. A leftist, socialist, anti-Zionist Muslim that is outspoken against Donald Trump and is unapologetic in his stances. He's going to take a lot of this. He's going to really take a lot of criticism and flack, but honestly, kind of like how Hassan is a lightning rod for criticism on the left, I think Zohran's going to be a lightning rod for criticism when it comes to actual politicians, and he has already changed the narrative a lot when it comes to politics and how to campaign and what platforms and what policies are popular and can be successful. And so I think that we're going to see him changing the narrative when it comes to anti-Semitism and Israel as well.
Indeed, and I know that he would never speak for other people without speaking to those people themselves. I was shocked by your performance on Brian Lair. You acted as if you were a victim.
This guy's gonna kill me.
In fact, you are one of the most powerful people in the United States of America. One thing that we've learned from this election is that there is an enormous amount of Islamophobia and propaganda being spread that is like at the level of right after 9/11, and I find it disgusting that someone who is one of the most powerful people in this country would repeat right-wing talking points to diminish the incredible achievement of Zohran Mamdani, our Democratic mayoral candidate. And I think it's really dangerous for someone of her stature to use that kind of language and to just react the way that she did to the whole conversation. I mean, in light of being corrected by Brian Lair about things she was accusing him of saying, she became hysterical. And it was so gross. Yes. And as a white woman, I really feel like I need...
Guys, I beat the tutorial. Are you proud of me? What's she talking about? She's talking about Kirsten Gillibrand, who is a Democratic senator, basically accusing Zohran Mamdani of being an anti-Semitic jihadist simply because he's Muslim. Although I am going to rewind it a little bit.
For someone of her stature to use that kind of language and to just react the way that she did to the whole conversation. I mean, in light of being corrected by Brian Lair about things she was accusing him of saying, she became hysterical. And it was so gross. And as a white woman, I really feel like I need to hold other white women to the line and tell them that when they are fighting Muslim New Yorkers, when they are fighting immigrants, when they are fighting people who want the very best things for this country, it is unacceptable. It is racism, and I refuse to let it go without saying something. The constituents in New York City that Zohran touched are your constituents too. And when you deride Zohran Mamdani, you deride every Democrat who voted for him in the primary.
Support this critically important on-the-ground reporting as a Status Coup member and get great perks. Become a member right here.
Zohran Mamdani is your colleague. How could you have never spoken to him? And how could you have never spoken to him about the war in Palestine when we know that he went multiple times to the Capitol to speak on it? It is a shame on all of us that someone with privilege, power, and access to information choose instead to ignore all of that, to repeat right-wing Islamophobic talking points, play right into Donald Trump's playbook. This is despicable. I hope you feel shame, and I, for one, am looking for an apology to my colleagues and all Democrats who are fighting for peace.
She is state assembly member too. Anyway, I thought this was going to be a little bit of a wider protest, but we're just kind of getting this right now, which is fair. Okay, I want to. All right, let's just pause. Let's just pause watching some of this for now. I need to figure out where I'm going. Oh shit! I should have explored more. The graphics on this are pretty bad. Not on this game, but my setup right now, because I'm like mirroring my PlayStation so I can watch it. Yes. Okay. Chuck Schumer responds to Republicans' calls to denaturalize Mamdani. absolutely disgusting.
Thousands and thousands of people from the various groups to call their senators. We're doing everything we can to stop this bill because it's so horrible. Yes.
Senator Schumer, quick question. Eric Garcia with Independent. There are now House Republicans who are explicitly calling for Zohran Mamdani to be deported. They're calling for him to be denaturalized. What are your thoughts on Republicans making these kinds
That's
of
disgusting. Yes.
Senator, can you preview in as much detail as possible the amendments that Democrats plan?
Yeah, we're going to have amendments focused in 5 areas, not exclusively, but focused. One is the cuts to health care. The second is that it raises costs for Americans and at the same time loses lots of jobs. The third is how it gives huge tax cuts for billionaires.
All right. What is this?
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Bro, I'm so bloodied up from the fucking tutorial.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of me. Vare. Take care to listen.
Hey, geez.
Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished.
Yeah, I'm using a controller.
You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished
I should have
must travel.
designed my character to be cooler. It looks so fucking generic.
Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow.
Okay, whatever.
If it leads you.
Fuck. I just need to learn how to actually, like, play this game. Like, there was a skill I learned where you can do, like a moving attack. Like, you run and slice. But I forgot what it was. Ooh. Hey. What does this do? This. Ooh, okay, there we go. Hold R1. Your dream playing this fun Hell World game. Hey, yeah. Oh, acquire materials. I'll acquire materials. Ruin fragment. Ooh, nice. Alright, so what do we have to do in this game? Can I pick up this horn? Like this skull? Can you run in this game? I don't even know. Alright, let me try to kill this or wait, maybe if I'm stealthy I'll do it. What the hell? Okay, stealth isn't working. Let me try to get fast. I have this game and I have Tetris. Yes! I killed it. I can pillage them. Ooh, beast liver. If I can you eat in this game? Is it like Minecraft? Hold B or circle for run. Oh shit, that's so useful. God damn it. Gonna have to. Is there fall damage in here? I'm gonna die, but I want to pillage the corpse of that eagle. Holy fuck, what is that? Is this thing nice or will it attack me? Oh fuck, it's yelling at me. No, I think it. Oh no, that's running at me. Oh. Bro, I'm so dead. Oh my god, it's so short. Fuck. Kill all of those freaking... Summoning pools. When you find effigies of martyrs, these effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations. Just go up and hostile summoning signs. Okay, that's cool. Are there any nice giants in this game? Bro, okay, let's chill. Oh, looking at me. Oh, fuck. I think it's coming closer. I still hear it. Rune fragments. Oh! Okay, no, I'm fine. Rune fragments would be good, right? Bird leaf flower. Alright. Ooh, what's this thing? Oh. Oh my god, it's a skull! Oh my god. Dude, I feel like Ethan Klein now. Waking up, finding a skull at my house. Let me shield that shit. Ouch. Well, you can punch. That's sick. Okay, but there has to be a way to actually break this up. Hey, thanks for becoming a channel member. Oh, I locked on. Fuck, they got away. I think those are penguins over there. Ooh, okay. Golden rune. Ethan was just not thinking. He could have broken open the skulls and gotten some runes out of them. I think those are penguins that I can attack. What the fuck? Bro, this game is so hard. I'll probably die if I jump down. You can roll through it? Alright, I think I'm gonna try to jump down there. If I can make it. Purple to run fast? No. Let me put away my weapons. More light feet. Mario. Oh fuck. No, that didn't work. Oh. That was embarrassing. I don't think you're meant to be able to jump up there. Bro.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare.
Bro, Ethan's...
Take care to listen.
Ethan's not sending his fans after me. What are you talking about? Oh, can you do like an Assassin's Creed style kill if you jump up from above? That didn't work out. Fucking hell. Bro, these sheep are annoying as fuck. Alright. Where did I die? I need to go grab my runes back. Hold on. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's sweet. doesn't really matter. So he says follow the group. You can run faster with lighter. I feel like my gear is pretty light. I have a shield and a little sword. Alright, where would you guys recommend I go? Should I go over to this coast where there's a giant over there? I don't think I'm going to be able to beat it. I barely beat it. Alright, well, while I'm exploring this, I did want to listen to this video too. I wanted to put this on because I think this lawyer's a crazy bastard. Hassan cries bias in Ethan Klein lawsuit. Fast facts. This guy's, let's keep in mind, guys, this lawyer is currently vacationing in Thailand, and he's taking a break from the beach, from sipping mojitos on the beach, to review Hassan talking about Ethan Klein's lawsuit. Go towards the big castle. Oh, that one? Okay.
Hassan Piker is crying.
Also, this guy's vibes are just off somehow. Like a YouTubing lawyer, I don't know if I'd want to really hire him.
Bias in the Ethan Klein lawsuit, both in the system at large and from lawtubers like myself. So we're going to get into that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is a Fast Facts premiere, giving you the hot and dirty business in a shorter version, a packed version. If you've been liking these, let me know below. A lot of you guys are new to the channel as well, so welcome, and I hope you love the coverage. My goal is to be objective, entertaining, and give you education about the law. So that's what we focus on here. But today we have claims from Hassan that indeed the system and also the lawyers covering it, like myself, are not being objective. So I want to get into some of his arguments here today, both of those, and we of course have clips to back that up. So let's get into the first one here, where he is talking about the lawsuits more at large in the system. Let's hear what Hassan has to say.
All this while snark subreddits and similar harassment just caused another creator to commit suicide. Yeah, I heard about that. The Fox Sanctuary woman. It's so sad.
I don't know if, and I don't know what the implication here is, whether he's trying to imply that something might happen, but you know, let's continue here.
What? He's just reading a what does the comment say?
Back that up. So let's get into the first one here, where he is talking about the lawsuits more at large in the system. Let's hear what Hassan has to say.
All this while snark subreddits and similar harassment just caused another creator to commit suicide. Yeah, I heard about that. The Fox Sanctuary woman. It's so sad.
I don't know if, and I don't know what the implication here is, whether he's trying to imply that something might happen, but you know, let's continue here.
He's not implying that something might happen. He's saying that Ethan Klein is harassing these people and trying to make their lives horrible. Oh, I found my runes. Beautiful.
There's a lot of dead air.
The legal complaints are in California for denims and Frogan. Wait, what do you mean?
So this is another point which I think is very interesting is, you know, a lot of people can comment on stuff, but I'm not sure whether he doesn't understand what a legal complaint is, or he doesn't understand how lawsuits work. I'm not really sure what he doesn't understand, but it's always very interesting when people decide to comment deeply on stuff that they really have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Call it for what it is. He's abusing the legal system the way stalkers do. No, that's precisely what he's doing. But in this circumstance, because the legal system is fucking busted, because the legal system is fundamentally broken, if you have a lot of money, you can do this kind of thing. When you're depraved and you're manic and you're an insane person and you don't care about like wasting unlimited funds, especially considering that he does technically have virtually unlimited funds, you can be a vexatious litigant.
Let's stop there. So pseudo-intellectuals like Hassan like to use big words that they don't understand. The word vexatious.
Oh yeah, I saw this clip on the H3 Reddit. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe someone called Hassan a pseudo-intellectual. He roasted his ass. Okay, so Hassan basically said, if you have enough money, you can become a vexatious litigant because you can sue people and there's going to be basically no repercussions and you can afford to sue people. And other people, basically it's like, you spend money. If Ethan can spend like $10,000 easily, Denham's, Frogan, Casey Tron can't spend $10,000 easily. And so Ethan can keep making Denham's, Frogan, Casey Tron spend thousands of dollars defending frivolous lawsuits. And that's what Hassan's talking about. That's why he says the legal system is busted.
Litigant does not just mean someone who files a lot of lawsuits. That is, it's not just that. A vexatious litigant is someone who files lawsuits with no merit, meaning they're going to get immediately dismissed, meaning these are lawsuits with no legal basis. And what you never hear from Hassan is you never hear him talking anything at all about the legal basis. Now, if he wants to argue that the system is broken...
So this is so funny because the lawyer's like, oh, Hassan is a pseudo-intellectual and he likes to use the term vexatious litigant to make him sound smart. And he says that the legal system's broken, but let me explain that he's actually 100% correct in the way he uses the term vexatious litigant and also how he describes the legal system as broken. I mean, listen to what this lawyer legal mindset actually says.
From Hassan is you never hear him talking anything at all about the legal basis. Now, if he wants to argue that the system is broken, that's fine. And in fact, even myself and other law tubers have admitted that, yes, parties with a lot of money tend to do better in court. That is very much true. And we've admitted that and talked about that. And I've been a critic of that when it comes to certain cases like with Walt Disney and the Walt Disney Corporation. That can be a problem. But throwing out words like vexatious litigant kind of goes against the rub here, because you have to admit that it has merit if you can come up with no legal argument against the case. Not an emotional argument, not a claim of bias, not any other claim. You have to tell me, Hassan Piker, why legally they will win. Your orbiters will win, and Ethan Klein will lose. Otherwise, it is a meritorious claim. That's a big word you can use now, meritorious, Hassan. So these are meritorious claims, which are going to get past a motion to dismiss, which is, just to explain for you, for Hassan and for everybody out there, that's the first step. Now, that does not mean Ethan Klein will ultimately prevail. Ethan Klein may very well lose this case. Now, we've said, hey, doesn't look good for Hassan's orbiters. It's looking kind of bad for Hassan's orbiters. I think, in all fairness, the odds are on Ethan here, but they're never 100%. There's always a chance.
So this guy's basically just saying that, oh, well, you're not actually going after the basis of the claim. Well, he's assuming the basis of the claim is not solid when he's saying Ethan's being a vexatious litigant. God, where's the next site of grace? I'm sick of spawning back here. Let me just try to find my room. At the end of the day, using this gun. At the end of the day, all that really matters, I mean, he can talk, people can talk as much as they want, but at the end of the day, it's like, Denham's. Wow, my fists do nothing. Oh, jeez. The horseman right there. At the end of the day, all that really matters is that, if a court determines if it's fair use or not, and that's the only thing that matters. I'm gonna go try to find my stuff this way. I'll follow this grace. I'll bet $1,000 that he doesn't know what Ethan is doing to these orbiters online. I mean, like, we've gone over the different types of, like, the different criteria that's needed for it to be fair use. And I really think Ethan doesn't really have anything on these people. Like, they're not the same audience as Ethan Klein. They did add their own commentary to the video. They did it in a way to try to be educational. So look at the map and see Grace Point direction. I'm trying to find my runes where I died. I think it was over here by this swampy area. But yeah, I see the swamp. Okay, I think I see my runes here.
That your orbiters can prevail, whether individually in individual cases or separately. Maybe one of them prevails and the others don't, or maybe all of them prevail. It's possible. It's not 0% chance. Ethan is not 100% going to win, but the odds are in his favor. And that's all we've been saying kind of at large, which is very interesting here. But we'll let him talk a little bit more.
And it's like having a mentally ill stalker who has an unlimited amount of money and power. And not only does he have an unlimited amount of money and power, he also makes content off of this. So it turns into more money for him down the line. That's it.
Oh, Taurus?
That's what it is.
Gold tinged excrement?
And given the way that our legal system works, given the way that our court system works, given the way that copyright works, there's really nothing you can do about it other than...
So hold on. Hassan himself now. Hassan himself has just admitted that his orbiters are going to lose. So he's actually admitting, he's saying that's the way copyright works. That's the way copyright works. So he's conceding that legally there's...
What? Did I miss that part where he said...
Hassan himself now
also makes content off of this. So it turns into more money for him down the line. That's it. That's what it is. And given the way that our legal system works, given the way that our court system works, given the way that copyright works, there's really nothing you can do about it other than...
So hold on. Hassan himself now. Hassan himself has just admitted that his orbiters are going to lose. So he's actually admitting, he's saying that's the way copyright works. That's the way copyright works. So
when did he admit that? I know I'm multitasking here, but Hassan said Ethan makes money off of suing these people because it's content. That's pretty much all he said. And then Hassan said, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do to stop Ethan Klein from filing frivolous lawsuits against you.
He's conceding that legally they're screwed, which means, once again, Hassan is saying it's a meritorious claim. It's not vexatious. Hassan, we're going to teach you big words.
Holy shit. First of all, Hassan is saying, like, Hassan never said that it's a meritorious claim or not. He's assuming that it's a vexatious claim, and he's talking about Ethan Klein's conduct as a person who has lawyers, who is litigious. That's what Hassan's talking about. And yeah, he's... Oh, fuck, there's a guy right there. And he said that, like, these lawsuits are stupid. It's stupid to sue someone for this, and there is no basis for the claim.
Words. Big, so you can use them in the right way. I want you to use them right, Hassan. Let's continue here.
Hope that it goes away eventually. Just like cyber stalkers, we do not have an adequate measure against cyber stalking, and just like stalking in general, we don't have...
Let's stop right there, and we're going to stop this clip right there. So there are cyber stalking laws.
Bro literally doesn't even let Hassan talk. I need to run this back one more time, because he's claiming Hassan literally says that they have no case and they're going to lose
the rub here, because you have to admit that it has merit if you can come up with no legal argument against the case. Not an emotional argument, not a claim of bias, not any other claim. You have to tell me, Hassan Piker, why legally they will win. Your orbiters will win, and Ethan Klein will lose. Otherwise, it is a meritorious claim. That's a big word you can use now, meritorious, Hassan. So these are meritorious complaints, which are going to get past a motion to dismiss, which is, just to explain for you, for Hassan and for everybody out there, that's the first step. Now, that does not mean Ethan Klein will ultimately prevail. Ethan Klein may very well lose this case. Now, we've said, hey, doesn't look good for Hassan's orbiters. It's looking kind of bad for Hassan's orbiters. I think, in all fairness, the odds are on Ethan here, but they're never 100%. There's always a chance that your orbiters can prevail, whether individually in individual cases or separately. Maybe one of them prevails and the others don't, or maybe all of them prevail. It's possible. It's not 0% chance. Ethan is not 100% going to win, but the odds are in.
I mean, yeah, you're right. The fact that he's saying Hassan orbiters is kind of crazy. It's like, you're supposed to be a lawyer. Shouldn't you be a little bit more professional and just say, like, the anti-Ethan reactors or the content thieves? I mean, even saying content thieves, I guess, is like presuming their guilt already. All right, okay, let's continue.
His favor, and that's all we've been saying kind of at large, which is very interesting here, but we'll let him talk a little bit more.
And
I need like a torch in this.
it's like having a mentally ill stalker who has an unlimited amount of money and power, and not only does he have an unlimited amount of money and power, he also makes content off of this, so it turns into more money for him down the line. That's it. That's what it is.
3 wolves in here.
And given the way that our legal system works, given the way that our court system works, given the way that copyright works, there's really nothing you can do about it other than...
So hold on. Hassan himself has just admitted that his orbiters are going to lose. So he's actually admitting, he's saying that's the way copyright works, So he's conceded that legally they're screwed, which means, once again, Hassan is saying it's a meritorious claim. It's not vexatious, Hassan. We're going to teach you big words, so you can use them in the right way. I want you to use them right, Hassan. Let's continue here.
Hope that it goes away eventually. Just like cyber stalkers, we do not have an adequate...
Dude, does this guy have any kind of critical thinking? Like, is he able to analyze this content at all? Hassan's talking about Ethan's overall behavior towards these people that are critical of Ethan, that have decided to cover Ethan because Ethan's doing pro-genocide propaganda. That's what Hassan's talking about. He's talking about Ethan's behavior patterns overall. And he's like, wow, you're saying that in these specific cases, these people can't do anything against them? That means you agree that they have no merit in fighting Ethan's claim. Even you agree, Hassan, that they're going to lose. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you listening to what he's saying?
Against cyber stalking, and just like stalking in general, we don't have...
Let's stop right there, and we're going to stop this clip right there. So there are cyber stalking laws. In fact, many states have cyber stalking laws. Now, you can argue they're not robust enough, but to say they don't exist or they're non-existent, that's not true. They are indeed existent. Now, they may not be as intense as Hassan wants them to be, but if you go too far with cyber stalking statutes, they can silence free speech, and they would be a violation of free speech protections. So if you went too far, you're going to push against that. So that's the balance here, Hassan. Now, I think Hassan seemed like he leans on the side of silencing free speech, right? And on the side of making cyberstalking really high, but that's a delicate balance. That's a very delicate balance. So that goes to the systemic arguments that Hassan made. But Hassan didn't stop there. And he made these comments, and Nicholas DeOrio, who actually had an amazing stream, I popped into that one.
What the fuck, dude? You popped onto the Ultimate Rape Reviewers stream? Dude, this guy is so cursed. This lawyer is cursed.
He had some comments about Hassan's thoughts about LawTube, because he's talking about the LawTubers and our coverage. And LawTubers, the general LawTube sphere, people like myself, Ian Runkle on civil law. A lot of us have commented on this, and pretty much all of us have said, yeah, the claims look like they have a prima facie basis. They look like they're going to get past the motion to dismiss. They're going to get the discovery, right? That's as far as we can say, okay, looks pretty good on that. But none of us have said, hey, Ethan is 100% going to win. It's a shoe. And none of us have come out and said we're pro Ethan Klein. As I've said before, I could care less about Ethan Klein, and I could care less about the orbiters. I care about the law. But let's hear what Ethan has. Let's hear what Hassan has to say about the lawsuit and our coverage.
It's legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet. No, I think there's some legal YouTubers who have covered it, but they're like pro Ethan. Yeah.
No, they're just telling you the fucking facts of the case. What are you saying? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. They're compromised, dude. They're pro Ethan.
To cover this with me,
dude, the lawyers are all compromised
on Israel-Palestine, which they are.
Dude, he's literally calling the people that Ethan's suing Hassan orbiters, and he's going on to Nicholas Diorio's stream, and you're gonna pretend that this legal mindset guy is not pro Ethan? Are you kidding me?
It's legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet.
So this is great. I let Nick's comments just go to it. We are just commenting on the facts. We're commenting on the law, right? If you want to say the law,
bro, you haven't commented on the facts at all. You just misunderstood what Hassan was trying to say in this, and then we're like, oh, Hassan's so stupid, right? What other videos do you have? I'm just commenting on the facts. All right. Oh my God, there's a wolf attacking me. Wait, do I have my shield? Fuck. Alright, come on. Come on, you bastard. I've seen the gray. Yeah, that's it. Die. Oh God, there's another one. Shit, it got me. Fuck, it's killing me. Oh my God, I can't see shit. Oh, I killed it. Oh, God, my character's so ugly. It jumped back down. I think I'm good. Oh no, it's coming back. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't see anything. Literally just black screen. Fuck. That fucked me up. Shit. It's right there. Alright, I'm jumping down to the fire. Oh my God. Oh my... Guys, these wolves are kind of pissing me off. Well, I hope they're eating well on me. Ethan v. React... Okay, what are his videos? Let's see what his videos are. Casey Tron's baked defense to copyright lawsuit. Fast facts. Is Ethan Klein's lawsuit sexist? Okay, let's watch this one.
That there's nothing...
Oh yeah, this is the one I watched where he's like, I'm having a great vacation in Thailand.
Is Ethan Klein's lawsuit against the Hassan orbiters sexist? We're going to get into it today on The Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney living over here in Asia, and I'm happy to talk about this on this Fast Facts premiere. Now, this is the last one I'm going to do while I'm on vacation. I'm in yet another hotel room, yet another lovely tropical island here in Thailand, enjoying my freedom, enjoying my vacation, having a nice mojito on the beach. But I needed to come and talk about this because this is a discussion I've seen circulating across the internet and also from the mouths of the orbiters themselves. So we're going to get into it today and give a presentation on, is this lawsuit sexist? And I'm also going to give you, at the end, a real critique and something that I think can be levied, can be brought against Ethan Klein that is a legitimate critique other than sexism. So let's get into this today. Of course, as always, I have a lovely presentation for you guys of this lawsuit. So let's start into this. And really, I jumped into this one with...
Pause. Need to pillage the corpses of these wolves. Bro, I fucked the wolves up that time. Holy shit. Yeah, what are you doing in Thailand, bro? I know you like Florida. Like, seriously? You're a slimy ass looking lawyer Reporting from Thailand? Dead wolf. Alright, where are my, shit, why did I do that? Oh my god. I'm pausing in this game. There's 2 of them? Fuck you. Ugh. I'm gonna die to go back and touch some grace. Lost rooms. Well, no reason to watch the vid. I think it's ridiculous.
Caseytron. And Caseytron, as we're all aware, just can't shut up. And one thing that you need to do when you're facing any sort of legal trouble is shut up, shut up, shut up. But she is running her mouth. And there's 2 comments I saw that jumped out to me. The first one was, don't let anyone dull your sparkle, little girls, even when it's powerful men who get litigious to evoke support from incel communities that love to humiliate women. This is not about copyright. Big Mama's gonna get through it. Send your energy. That is followed by, this isn't about copyright. This is about evoking incel support. As someone who has been the target of incel harassment for 10 plus years, there's a lot of them, and a few who speak up against it. Men who delight in humiliating women for clicks. I'm so tired of being a target of this. So is copyright about this? Like, let's talk about this issue. First of all, my first argument against this is the law itself is objective. This is not a law that involves mental state or individual. It focuses on whether or not you copied work.
So this is hilarious. I mean, saying that the law is objective and it doesn't care about your race or sex is crazy. I mean, it's especially when a jury is involved. I mean, we know that that juries are sexist and racist, and people are treated unfairly based off of their immutable characteristics.
That doesn't care about your sex, race,
I mean,
national...
the other thing is, it doesn't matter what the law thinks. Ethan Klein is the one who's deciding who to sue and who not to sue. And he's suing 3 women. Like, Ethan Klein even said that I'm doing it because I don't like these people. That's what Ethan Klein said when he said he was going to sue Denham's, Caseytron, and Frogan. He said that, like, I'm not suing Asmongold and XQC because I like them. And then you're pretending that it's like, oh, no, they're just the ones that broke the law.
Origin or sexual orientation. It is neutral as to those things. A case that is brought against a woman is exactly the same as a man. It's exactly the same whether you're from Florida or California or New York or whatever. You can be any sort of gender identity. It doesn't matter. The case is the same. It proceeds the same in court. And the other thing is the impact of the ruling itself. So let's hypothetically, which may happen, that Ethan wins. The impact of that legal precedent, the impact of a W for Ethan Klein affects everybody, regardless of their identity, sex, gender, race, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God,
and men are going to be very highly affected. In fact, perhaps most affected because of the simple fact that the majority of the creators, as far as the statistics that I've seen, now I might be wrong on this, but
I saw this argument and it doesn't make any sense. He's saying that all people are going to be affected, and because most people that make content online are men are going to be more affected. Ethan Klein literally said, I'm not doing this to set precedent because I still want people to react. I'm just doing it to punish these people that I disagree with and that have been mean to me. That's what Ethan Klein said. So what is this fucking like high school level ass slideshow that he put on during his vacation in Thailand? Like, what the fuck is this? Copyright focuses on the act or copying of distributed work, not mental state or individual. That's true, although it's not true because it does talk about how if you have intent, like your intent can help or hinder your fair use case, so that's not true. The law is completely neutral based on sex, race, national origin, or sexual orientation. Even though that's not true, it is in theory, not in practice. It's irrelevant to the claim of Ethan being sexist, because Ethan said, I'm targeting people based off of I don't like them. That's why people are saying he's sexist. Impact of the legal precedent will affect everyone regardless of identity, and highly affected as well. Once again, there's not going to be legal precedent because Ethan is only targeting women. He's not targeting men. He's only targeting the women that he doesn't like.
Everything I've seen still tends to trend that over all platforms, because this can affect every platform, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, every platform, that across all platforms, men are still the majority of creators. So coming from that and making the assumption that, okay, men are the majority of creators still, that would tend to impact men more as more channels are reacting to content. Reacting to content, whether it's full videos, partial videos, etc., is a huge part of the internet. It's a massive part of the internet. And the impact of that is going to hit men. So even those incel channels, even those channels that are out there making incel, MGTOW videos, whatever.
He's like, even my audience is going to be highly affected.
Those guys are going to be highly impacted too, because what do they do? In fact, many of those incel channels, all they do is react to other stuff. All they do is pull stuff up. So aren't the incels going to take a L on this as well? So that doesn't really work out to me in terms of how that law plays out in making that argument. Furthermore, I think the real target is not the females. I think that while the three parties are females, Rogan.
Oh God. While the real target is not the females. Dude, this guy is an incel. He's like, oh, the females are going to take an L on this, and then even the incel crowd is going to take an L if the precedent is set.
Denims, Casey Tron, they're all women, right? As far as we know. It seems apparent that the ultimate target may be Hassan Piker himself, right? Obviously, Ethan Klein did the content nuke on Hassan, was targeting Hassan. Hassan was the one he really wants. He's got the real beef with Hassan. That's where the deep-seated energy is. And based on how this lawsuit proceeds, and take this very carefully, people. I know my internet autists are going to be very focused on this, but pay attention. Based on how it proceeds, it could possibly cause a cause of action, meaning open up a lawsuit against Hassan. It is possible. Note, this is speculative. This is me speculating. We don't know. It's also equally possible that there's nothing that would open up that door. But I do think that Ethan went through this door.
This is what I'm saying. Like, give me an example of what could open up the door. Use your legal expertise. Use your experience in this regard to give me an example of something that you've experienced in the past and then how that could apply to this situation. That's what I want. Otherwise, you're just another fucking lame YouTuber that's putting a legal veneer over just covering drama.
I do think he targeted these creators because of their adjacency to Hassan. And I also think the statements
this is so fucking stupid. He's saying that the law applies to everyone equally and that men are going to be affected as well as the females. But then in the very next breath, he's like, but I do think that Ethan targeted these people because of their adjacency to Hassan. So is it that the law is the law is the law and it gets applied equally to every single person? Or is it that Ethan has a vendetta against these three people and they are adjacent to Hassan, who is his that is his main target, and he is doing a frivolous lawsuit against these people and he doesn't actually care about this lawsuit in order to get to Hassan? Which is it, dude? It can't be, these things can't both be the same. All right, I'm gonna pause him for now because I have a boss fight to do. I'm gonna die, but I did do a good job of fighting all of the wolves quickly, and I really want to win this boss fight. Okay, so, shit. Oh my god. Run, bitch, run. Just run. Why are you crouching? Run. Where's my stuff? Oh my god, it's right behind you. Alright. Oh, that was much damage. That was not the right time to turn. Out of juice. I'm out of juice. I'm so dead. Oh, I'm not even close to beating this guy. Alright, I might have to leave the cave. I think I'm gonna go frolic around in the fields some more. You see, Palestinian isn't a race because when you do a 23andMe, you can't get Palestinian as a result. Leave this cave. I can go. Yeah, let's come back there. Let's be fun killing. Ooh, a boar. See if I can kill this. Wait, I did lose all of my materials in that boss fight room. Dick lock on, kind of swing wild. I feel like I'm not doing enough damage. The health bar is so low, I'm not doing enough damage. Let me just try to, like, I don't know, how do you upgrade your weapon? Okay. Alright, maybe I'll try it one more time. Well, let's just finish this video while I try to kill some of these guards.
Made were because of their adjacency to Hassan. Now, I will say the other factor which clearly comes in is the maliciousness of their statements. Obviously, these three creators clearly stated on video, they literally self-reported that they were maliciously trying to draw views from Ethan Klein and act as a substitute, which I said is at the core of copyright.
No, they didn't say that. They said thank you for not giving him any views. That's not the same as acting as a substitute. Also, it's so fucking stupid. You can say I'm acting as a substitute, but you have to actually prove that they were acting as a substitute. Because if Denim said I'm acting as a substitute, but then she also said, well, I'm not acting as a substitute and people are actually watching me because they want to get someone's opinion and get someone's reaction on the nuke, then kind of a moot point, right? It doesn't matter what they say. All that matters is the actual content of their reaction they put out. Fucking hell. That's a pretty cool kill. Need to lock on targets. Controls roll dodge. Okay, I'll try locking on. I keep accidentally pressing where.
Right law. So yes, that substitute thing, that's massive, that's huge legally, but I do think the adjacency to Hassan is clearly something that comes into play when you look at this in a broader context, when you pull out at a higher level. If these people weren't so close to Hassan, they probably wouldn't make statements that were so zealous, right? So that's another factor there. And the last thing is...
What? If they weren't close to Hassan, they wouldn't have made zealous statements? While the three parties to the lawsuit are female, the motherfucker wants to be Andrew Tate's lawyer. Maybe this whole thing is an application to be Andrew Tate's lawyer.
Right, so that's another factor there. And the last thing is, and this is one that may be a real criticism, which you might be able to bring of Ethan Klein. And if you wanted to paint him as a villain, and I'm kind of throwing a bone here to the people that want to criticize Ethan, right? If you want to criticize him, I think a fair criticism, something that is objective, is that Ethan Klein is, if you want to view it this way, picking on smaller creators, neutral to race, sex. So what I'm talking about is he is a Goliath and they're the David, right? They're the smaller ones, right? So they are the tiny ones, he's the big guy. So if you want to put it this way, that I think is something you could say, and it's fair because he is objectively a bigger creator than any of these people. He also has more money than any of these people. Clearly, this is just obviously true, right? So. This is a common litigation tactic used by large corporations and the wealthy. How do I know this? I helped do this. I was corporate counsel for large evil corporations, and I
color me surprised. He was a lawyer for someone that was. He was a lawyer for someone that was picking on smaller people. I'm shocked.
Sat in the room as we spun our fingers and you know, rubbed our money together and planned lawsuits against small parties or small corporations to get case precedent, to get case law that we could turn around and use against bigger people. We did this intentionally. We did this to win because we want to get the W above all. And Ethan Klein might be using this same tactic. In fact, I would say, from an outside observer, that probably is a good one. Now, you could also say, well, hold on, Andrew. Hassan didn't make the same statements. The case isn't as strong against Hassan. That's also true. But you could say, hey, look, he's going to get that case precedent, and then he's going to be able to turn around and go after others, including large creators. And winning against small creators is going to open up the door for larger creators. And not just Hassan. It's going to open up the door for many people to come against large creators. In fact, I have had my inbox full of creators asking if they can sue as well, which just tells me that they're opening up the door. A lot of other creators I've seen online, I've seen Tecto, you know, other people saying, hey, can I sue too? Like, let me sue too. I want to sue too. People are going to want to file cases if Ethan wins. They're going to say, hey, I want to.
Remember, Ethan did this and he said that, oh, I don't care if you're reacting in good faith. All I care is that you were mean to me. That's why I'm suing you. But I don't want to ruin the reaction community. And then this guy's like, yeah, everyone wants to sue. Ooh, beast blood. How come these guards don't have anything on their corpses?
Forces, I want to come after people. There's people I don't like. And that can be a bad thing. There is a potential for this to have a slippery slope, a knock-on effect, which hurts the creator ecosystem overall. And this is something I've been cautious of, and this is one thing that I've said against the Ethan Klein camp just because of the chilling effect that may have more broadly. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is him picking on the little guys? Do you think this is sexist? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This guy doesn't have any fucking legal analysis. First Grace Church has Smith bench. Oh, okay. Is that what's on this? Using these fucking. Is that the church over there? I guess they said I should follow like with the grid. What's this thing? Can I have pets in this game? Church of Ella. Okay, so this is ridiculous. I mean, I don't think this guy really has anything to add, like legally. Maybe he actually gets into the details, but so far from what I've seen of him, it's been pretty fucking dumb. Okay, what else do we got? Yeah, I was looking at this guy's stuff. This is what I wanted to look at too. Israeli soldiers reportedly ordered to fire on civilians in Gaza, even though they posed no threat. Oh, that's wild.
For weeks now, images like these grimly familiar. Food distribution by GHF, the Israeli-US sponsored Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Figures released today by the Hamas-controlled Gaza government say 500...
Let's pause this real
tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Purchase, sell, about Kale.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Sell early flower. Kukri. You buying anything? What do these Kukri do? Draw at enemies to inflict damage and build up an onset of blood loss. Gold tinged excrement. Material used for crafting items. No, I don't really want to sell any of my weapons. You want some bones?
Goodbye for now.
Oops. About the, yeah. Smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Strengthen armament. Required items, smithing stone 1. I guess I need 2 smithing stones. Okay. Let's go for it. Does he sell smithing stones? Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Hale.
What is it?
Throwing daggers, cracked pot. Crafting material. I guess he doesn't sell anything. Bolstering material, ashes, all items. He sells a torch. Ooh, that might actually be good against those wolves. He sells arrows, he sells throwing daggers.
Goodbye for now.
Make sure you target when tossing. Alright, I'll try it. Let's go. Guess let's try to go to that castle then. What the hell is this? Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the... So he points to the roots. Go to the... Okay. Play a little bit of this.
49 people have been killed in the first month of the Foundation's work, 4,066 injured. In that first month, Israel's Haaretz newspaper documents 19 instances of the Israeli army opening fire near these food handouts. And today, it reports Israeli soldiers saying they were ordered to open fire on crowds of civilians seeking food, even though they posed no threat. The Israeli army says it's now investigating potential war crimes.
It's investigating that.
In the past few hours, the UN Secretary General passed this verdict on Israel and America's aid operation in Gaza.
Any operation that channels desperate civilians into militarized zones is inherently unsafe. It's killing people. It's time for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza.
And in Israel itself last night, police confronting protesters in central Tel Aviv who are demanding peace in Gaza and the return of the hostages. Under pressure from all this and the US to cut a peace deal with Hamas and end 628 bloody days of war in the Strip, Prime Minister Netanyahu suddenly dropping hints about a possible end to it all.
Along with the release of our hostages and the defeat of Hamas, there is a window of opportunity here that must not be wasted. We must not waste even a single day.
That merest hint of a move for peace, stoking far-right fury. Israel's finance minister posting, "You've got no mandate, Prime Minister." So we drove out from Tel Aviv to get the perspective of the Mossad, Israel's secret spy operation, central to the damage inflicted on Iran's Hezbollah militia in Lebanon, on Iran.
As to say, a proper death means returning to the Ur tree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. This is a dungeon. Do it. Holy shit! Wow. Got killed quick. Bro, they sliced me open right away. Alright, well I have to at least get my runes. Dude, those imps fucked me up.
Iran itself and on Hamas in Gaza. But Haim Torma, former Mossad intelligence boss, says they had to choose between national security and globally accepted standards of morality.
I think that the war in Gaza brought us to a very serious moral dilemmas.
Alright, yeah, hold on. We need to pause this until I actually kill these imps. Now I have to. Why did the lights go out too? Fuck. Fuck. Bro, they're so hard to hit. Didn't even kill one. Oh shit. There. Alright, these things are easy to kill, but not for me. They're like made out of stone. You need to roll unlock strife them. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I can lock onto them. Bro, the fact that they just like cut me open and I bleed is so annoying. Alright, where's the next one? What the hell? It's throwing shit at me? Fuck you. Bro, I suck at this game. I'm holding triangle to pillage my own remains. Alright, come on. No. I need to get my runes back at least. Yes. Let's go. Fuck you. Where are my runes? Is that my own body? Where are my runes? Is there anything else over here? Ooh, this. Nothing. Secret compartments. I'm gonna regret going down here, aren't I? Take your time, block, dodge, and roll. Dodge. How do you dodge? Is it just the same button as rolling? That looks ominous. There's a stake of America. Are more imps? Anyone? Think there's anything in this room. Summoning pool, it's not functional. Ooh. Grave Glovewort. Locked by some contraption. Yeah, there's gotta be imps in something. Oh yeah, I see one. Wait, where's my kukri knife? I can throw it at the imp. It's on contraption. How do you change your weapons in here? Equipment. Where are my knives? I thought I picked up some, like, kukri knife. Inventory. Did I sell them? Oh, here we go. What? It just used it automatically? Oh, fuck that. Alright. Jump left, right changes when lock step. Okay. Alright, let's go. Come on, imp. I see you. Oh, alright, let's see. Do I just go straight through, or do I... Maybe I should jump to this. Oh, it's awake. Sees me. That's creepy. Alright, let's do it. Jesus Christ. Heal. And there's another thing that was throwing arrows at me. Where is that imp? Alright, let's go. Awesome. Oh, there it is. Fuck. There you are. Fine, motherfucker. Easy work. Alright, can I pillage their bodies? Nope. Okay. On to the next room. So I've got to open the contraption. What the... Holy shit! Oh my god, there's a fucking imp right there! Holy shit, where the fuck did that go? Oh! Oh! Oh my god, dude. It's just like slowly waddling towards the flamethrower. Okay. Come on, MPs. Go. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Now I just go down here. Take on these two imps. Impy impies. drop down. Oh god, there's a knife in my neck. Fuck you. Throwing a fucking dirty ass rock. Alright. Fire some materials. Any corpses? Oh yeah, I wanted to see if there's like anything in these pots. Nothing. Okay, and then there's fire and another imp over here. Alright, so we killed that imp, and now I've just got to run when the fire ends. Go, 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 go. Fucking hell! Bro. That fire killed me twice. Oh my god. This game's not as relaxing as I thought it would be. Changes the combat pace. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna put on something dumb to listen. Well, actually, while we're on the subject of this, I did want to listen to, wanted to re-listen to this podcast.
I'm anti...
Or not the reactions to the lawsuits, but the actual lawsuit.
The only point...
Because I think it's just, like, so silly in the way he's talking about it. And he's like, yeah, I'm suing them because they, called CPS on me.
Was that you smoked too much and that's why I'm suing you. You have to prove in a legal document, a complaint, that's your legal defense, Casey Tron, if that is your real name. Oh, you're muted there.
Oh shoot, am I open up?
Go ahead.
You had a comment that I wrote down because it was so funny. Too obliterated to comment on the news.
Yeah, that was my attorney. He really, he's shining in this.
He's such
They write up. They're like, "Wow, Ethan, that was such a good joke that you made. I can't believe how smart and clever it was." And Ethan's like, "Well, that was my attorney, but he's a really funny guy."
a good like author, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but
he's
good with words.
He's the man. Honestly, like I always say, but he's the one who we worked together in the first Matt Hoff lawsuit, and he is, in my opinion, one of the foremost experts on fair use on the internet, especially on YouTube, having to do with new media. I think he's probably the expert. He is so smart and so passionate about all of this, and it was really nice to work on a project that was like meant something to the both of us, right? In that way. And so you can see there's a lot of passion put into the complaints. But yeah, you can say whatever you want on Twitter to make it seem silly, like you don't care. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to write a legal argument in a fucking complaint and convince a judge and a jury. And guess what? You all are liars. And I'm the one that's always telling the truth. And that means it's not going to work. But there's no shot this gets to jury. You guys will see. These are the most slam dunk cases delivered to me on a silver platter.
So Ethan's like, there's no shot it gets to jury. But he doesn't want it to go to a jury. He wants everyone to settle. That's why he's doing these lawsuits. Like, oh, if he thought that he actually had a case here, why wouldn't he want it to go to a trial?
They're going to be begging me. Once she gets a lawyer to look at this, he's going to be like, dude, you need to settle this.
Do they have money to settle? I was talking with me and Dan, we were talking about that before. Do you think they have a war chest or money to give you?
Listen, I'm not counting their money. I'm not doing that. But I think Casey Tron and Denham's probably have some money. Frogan's just, I don't know. I don't know what Frogan's financial situation is. I mean, but like we can settle on other terms too. It's not only money. You know, they can. There's a lot of things that we can talk about in good faith. You know, like I would want her, for example, to put up a giant sign behind her that says Ethan wins, always wins, and she has to keep that there for her entire streaming career. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Always wins.
I mean, I would, but
Honestly, dude, I will say Ethan is really funny sometimes.
thank you. The thing is, in settlements, you can really get weird with it. Like Keemstar famously, as a settlement, required this dude's YouTube play button.
Was that
He did
actually
it twice.
a settlement?
Yeah. They gave him his play button.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
weird.
collecting them like Thanos.
Which is just, it is frankly, as much as I don't want to give Keemstar credit, iconic.
I need to go.
It was pretty badass. I hate it.
And so you know, we can get creative. Is my only point. Monetary funds is not the only thing I care about. Also, it's this is really more about the principle than anything else. You know what I mean? And you guys will see here. So we're gonna make it about the video, and we're gonna watch that. And AV, we're gonna have a great show tomorrow, aren't we? Right, AV, we're gonna have a great show tomorrow.
Oh my god!
We're gonna have a great show tomorrow.
We always have a great show.
Right.
Every show.
You guys want to celebrate? You know, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I've been working on this video for so long, and a lot of it was just writing the complaints, perfecting the complaints, and every time one of these idiots would come out and talk shit and like, I was just like, I cannot wait. I can't wait to bust this out.
Honestly,
and
fuck
I'll
these
tell you,
apes. I'm just gonna run past them.
something is about to bust, you know. And something has busted. Should we order some celebratory boba or iced yogurt or whatever you guys want? Today's for the people.
Oh my
Today's for the people.
Always a fucking thing.
I would
Today's for the people. We can do both. We can do
love a boba.
We the people.
Holy shit! I'm actually.
What do you want? What do you want?
I never want anything.
Yeah, are you even involved in this conversation?
With boba? I'll get boba. I always get boba.
No, but sometimes I don't want it, and then you steal the attention away from everybody.
And he says, no, let's not order boba. That's what happened last time. Love always says yes. Go to Love.
No, Love sometimes is like, I think we should wait till.
What does bleeding do? Is it just like you take extra damage if you're bleeding? I guess I should probably wait till my blood clots, right? Oh, my cloak is ugly as shit. Alright, so there's another fire right behind the wall on this one. Thank you, God, dude. Oh my god, this is killing me. The fucking fire is killing me. Wait, I'm still alive? I didn't even look. I thought I was dead.
Tomorrow, because he just ate it.
This right here.
This is it. It's happening.
It's happening already. We're just gonna
Wait, I have the exact same shirt as what Dan's wearing.
discuss ordering boba for the next 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna get annoyed and like, you know what? I don't care anymore.
The difference between me and Dan is that I enjoy discussing the food.
I do too, actually. I think it's fun. But here's the thing. Okay, Lena, are you here?
Yes, I am.
So let's just quietly in the back collect everyone's orders. We'll try to avoid drama associated with this, and we're just gonna have a good time. And this is for the people today.
Should we get muffins for AB?
What's your favorite muffin, AB? I like this, Zach.
Yeah, this is cool.
Banana nut?
Bro.
What she said.
Shit. Dude, these things are pissing
Sorry,
me
that's so
off.
gross. I had to though. I hate that.
Comes on the back.
Girls love.
It's fake. It's not. It's out
That's
of
AI.
that one's out of context. The other one is not. I only take
it right on
that
my
one's
chest.
That one's.
Pick a side.
That's what I'm saying.
Chest or back?
I am. Or both. The chest one is real. Yeah.
You know what?
The other one's not.
God,
You know,
dude,
I can
this
really
shit's
treat.
driving me fucking crazy. Just blather on for so long.
The GoFundMe, and she looks so dumb.
You have maybe 1 or 2 memories.
Maybe you do.
No.
So anyway, like I said in the video, though, go ahead and crowdfund because, that's the best way to ensure that there's money left over for me once I win. Genuinely, I think it's terrific. I plan, or even better, I think Hassan should be paying for their legal defense. I mean, these are all people that, in defense.
So Ethan says, I mean, Ethan's giving the game away here, and I don't know if he really cares, but so Ethan's basically like, crowdfund because that's the way that there'd be the most money for me left over. And he says, genuinely, I think Hassan should pay for their legal fees. So basically, he's saying Hassan give them money, and then I'm going to take it. So he actually just wants money from Hassan, which is pretty funny. Obviously, that's what he wants. Dude. Holy shit. He wants to hurt Hassan in any way possible, and he's suing Denims and Frogan as a way to do it. Alright, gonna wait for this fire to come. Oh no. Okay, that's like fucking hell right there. There's a thing over there. Over here? Is there anything over there that I can? I think my way's here. Do 1, 3, more stuff over there. That's just harmless. Oh god, fuck you. Oh my god, I fucking died to those things. Dude, I need like a save midway through. I need a save midway through this. Are you missing smithing stones? They drop? I don't know. Nothing's dropping from these gargoyles. Alright, come on. I really only need to kill like one of these guys. Others is just fire. Fuck this gargoyle. It can drop if it wants. That one's dead. Oh, there's another one that fell. Fuck you, dude. You threw a knife at me? Things are dicks. I'm gonna lock onto this one. Chunk. Kill it while it's stunned. That's always fun. Put away the shield. Put away the sword. Let's run. Oh. I did not. How did I die from that? I was in the corridor. Oh my god. Pick up the imp stones, white drops. If you hit the fire traps, they go down. I'll try to hit a fire trap. Holy shit. Oh, I'm so bad. This game, so bad. I don't know if dungeons and caves are for me. Let's try this one more time. Imp. Where's the imp? Where did it go? I'll jump down. Lock on, jump. That's dead. No imp coming over there. Alright, let me try to touch this flame part. I'll just try to run right back. Rattling pate hello. Interesting. Okay, I can't see. Oh, so wait, I need to just knock down the flamethrowers? No, unlock the door. Try to run down there. Oh my god. There's 2 imps on that wall over there. I feel like it should not take me. Try it one more time. I fucked that up, but it's fine. Ooh. That's small. Okay, weird sound. And now run straight. Oh wait, no, the fire's done. Okay, that's nice. That fire's not. Holy fuck, dude. How am I dying to fire pillars? This is like basic red light, green light. Alright, come on. All I need to do is kill 3 imps and get past 1 fire pillar. Scurries so grossly. Oh, those imps gonna fuck me up, but I guess it's my life total's not gonna matter that much. Lock on. Okay. Holy shit. I'm sweating. I thought that this game's not supposed to be VR. Through the lost rooms. Don't hit a wall. Run. Run, roll, don't hit a wall. 3, 2. Made it. Alright. Fire pillar and 2 imps over there. These imps are gonna give me fucking PTSD. Fuck, dude, that thing almost killed me. How many are there? Dude, 5 of them just jumped me. Okay. I just got jumped by like a whole family of imps. At least the fire's not shooting me anymore. Making progress. I need to complete this dungeon. Let's put on some H3 while I try to...
Hassan committed copyright infringement brazenly, hatefully, out in the open, right? Maliciously. And I think Hassan, you know, he's like Smaug sitting on a pile of gold. Do you get that reference?
He's like Smaug.
We kind of...
Because that's from The Hobbit. That's
yeah,
not from Lord of the Rings.
I explained it very briefly.
Yeah, no.
Smaug is a dragon.
We don't talk about those movies.
And you know how I feel about
Actually,
dragons.
maybe I'll try to get
You didn't fuck with the dragon at all.
You don't belong there.
Yeah.
Well, so the first book was all about a dragon.
It's just a different type of magic.
It is.
It is.
Have some
conviction.
Have some conviction,
I
damn
am.
it. So everything is going to plan, and it's so goddamn funny. And I honestly didn't expect her to throw up a crowdfunder already so fast. It's great.
Fuck,
So
dude.
let's see what she wrote.
Oh my god, they're all over me.
Even Klein suing me for
Oh,
reacting to his
fuck.
video on the song.
Oh.
This crowd raises to cover any and all
They did
legal
not
fees
like me
associated
getting
with
my
this complaint.
grace.
Okay. Including, by the way, settlement payments or verdicts. Right? His video. Oh, she linked my video. That was nice. She's getting it. Should I get one of those spicy ranchero crispy chicken? What a title. That's a long title. Spicy ranchero crispy chicken taco.
It's a spicy day out here in Los Angeles.
I'm gonna treat myself. Get me one of those too. We're celebrating out here, guys. This is how I feel in my mind right now. When I finally put that video up, and all of my hard work, all of my planning has culminated from the minute I worked so hard on that content. Exactly. So someone previously made. I guess I made this joke before. Or is this new?
This is fresh.
Okay, I feel like I've seen this image.
Maybe.
But
Okay,
yeah,
maybe
here
it's not fresh. I lied.
Smaug. He
Wait,
lives.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Standing back.
There it is. Okay. Now
Alright.
talk about it.
Time to kill some imps.
Smaug, he basically sleeps on a mountain of gold and jewels that he's plundered over the years. So that's how I see the song. And he said it himself. What does he do with his vast wealth? Nothing.
Yes.
The biological reality of the dragon.
You gotta click your button.
So disgusting.
You're-
How about that before go ahead?
He was just like,
Could say it,
yes. Hassan doesn't do any kind of mass wealth. Or he doesn't do anything with his wealth.
Hassan communist, so it shouldn't be a big deal to give away his wealth, isn't that?
That's what you would think, especially to his
Absolutely.
comrades, to his 3 comrades.
Absolutely. That makes too much sense.
I think
Makes
that'd be
too much sense.
I mean, why should they have to beg for money when Hassan Smaug?
Now, I don't have thoughts on that specifically, but I do. I want to go back to this.
Yeah.
Why did she post this meme?
So she's posted. Okay, is this her only post so far?
What is
It's
this?
2025 and Ethan Klein is suing creators for fair use. Legal defense fund below. Stream coming soon. Image unrelated. We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
What?
Why did she post that? Like usually the image unrelated is supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be like misdirection.
Do you not understand this?
Oh, well, understand a lot of
What is this meme?
This is from a show, I Think You Should Leave. And it's from a sketch where a guy in a hot dog costume crashes his car into a store. And it's too much to explain. But the point is that I don't understand. It's not relevant to this situation.
Yeah.
This is our greatest crime.
This is a joke crime.
That is a crime. We gotta add that to the lawsuit.
But I mean, so far,
New crimes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can amend it. This joke was
This
terrible.
is an assault on comedy, Your Honor.
Crime.
Let me tell you guys something in chat privately.
He was downright giddy at this.
And you know we're doing a show right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're doing a public show. The show is not in Discord.
You see what I said?
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment. That was the police calling me back about the robbery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any progress there?
So supposedly someone submitted some footage, but they can't give it to me. They have to give it directly to the cops.
Okay. Okay.
That'd be great. I hope you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I hear him.
I wasn't able to get in contact with the police when my shit got stolen. It's like impossible.
Maybe you got the police.
Tom got in Yeah, contact with the police.
Can
we watch your car getting broken into?
That'd be
That'd be awesome.
If we get it, I'd love to.
I wish.
I
Yeah.
got a guy.
We'll show people how it's done.
I really want the footage of me running after them. That's what I really fucking want.
Okay,
I
let's
went
go.
after them. I know it's stupid to chase after people who are robbing you, but I wasn't going to stop them. I was going to get a better look at the car, but it looked like, in my mind, it was like
Wearing
Captain
the
America.
Squid Games outfit.
Producaton tweeted out. Thank you for tweeting it out. Y'all thought I was playing. Well, your time is up. And if you have a problem with it, you're next. I'm suing these 3 creators. Good luck to the 3. And in
The
case
fact
you're
that people still fall for this account is so funny.
What does she mean? Well, I'm suing you too? This isn't like a this isn't like... you know you're actually getting sued, right?
No, you are.
Yes.
You are.
No, you. She hit me with that no, you.
No, you don't.
And then Producaton's hit her with the Sudi's nuts, which is the rush.
That always works. Wow.
Rush is it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Casey Sean's so dumb, she's going to probably write a complaint using Producaton tweets as me.
Oh my god.
Alright, what the
MG,
fuck
that's
is
gonna
going
happen.
on in this
So anyway, let's get into it. But yeah, to me, it's not hypocritical at all. It's I'm operating on the same plane of caring about fair use and content and property rights, content IP rights.
Wait, this is where he just reacts to his own video that he puts out there.
And so it's important that people know what constitutes fair use, and it's equally important, especially now as it's gotten so out of control. I think all of us wouldn't have trouble admitting just how insanely out of control this reacting meta has gone. That also needs to be defined. And the way that I define it is extraordinarily, basically as, what's the word? It's as light as possible, light touch as possible. Like the bar that I set for copyright infringement is basically unattainable unless you are the most bad faith.
The bar is unattainable.
Worst intentioned loser, you know. As you guys will learn. But yeah, go watch it here. People are raving about it. People are going crazy about it. And there's another thing too. There's so much I've been wanting to talk about, but I haven't been able to. I kept this pretty good secret. You guys, I usually can't do that. Actually, I did talk about it a lot, but nobody expected this. Nobody expected a copyright.
No. I saw the closest was people thinking that this was going to be about the Reddits.
Nah, I mean it is slightly.
Which is slightly close because.
Well, so the moderators of the snark that I show in this video, they colluded with these creators to help create a market substitute for my work, and it was pinned by moderators. So these moderators.
You love how he keeps having to use like the legal terms. Oh, but yeah, it's not a market substitute because the people that watch Denims, Casey, Tron, and Frogan aren't going to watch Ethan.
And now that we've filed a complaint officially, we can subpoena Reddit for to see if they have any identifying information, so that we can also sue them. Yeah.
Huh.
What?
It's just cool.
What does that mean?
I'm here.
But why did you say "huh" like that?
Because I don't think that they expected that that would be happening.
Okay. I was worried I was gonna have to add you. No, that's
like,
what,
oh shit, I got some things to delete.
Yeah, so that's the good thing. A lot of these people have already tried deleting evidence, which is no bueno.
I was gonna say it's funny that you assume Dan's not already one of the mods on that Reddit secretly.
I have to make some calls. Real quick.
Dan is sweating over there.
She's
oh yeah, the other
kicking her
funny thing
feet
is like
up.
iDubbbz, right? He's friends with 2 of the people I'm suing for copyright infringement, Denims and Frogan, were appeared in his content nuke.
Right.
This is the guy who made a video
I
about
really want to
Jinx,
beat this dungeon, but I
who was
don't know
doing
how
what
fun
they're
it is.
doing now years ago. He made like the most insanely racist, mean, crazy video about him. If you go back and watch it, it's genuinely shocking. And I urge you guys, by the way, to keep an eye on the Ethan Klein channel of The Break, because I am going to be doing Content Cop, which I'll be reacting to his old Content Cops. Get excited for that series? Yes. Try to stop.
That sound like an entertaining series.
But he comes out so hard against him, never apologized to him when issuing his apologies. And now that he apparently thinks it's okay, considering he's friends with him now, has not apologized to Jinx. Which he did definitely do it. You know, I mean, justice for Jinx, honestly, because all his friends are doing the same fucking thing now. You know?
You've chosen essentially the Keemstar path.
That's right. I'm gonna get that play
Keemstar
button. Anyway, let's just get right into it, huh? So here it is. I'm suing these 3 creators.
All right, well, that was pretty cool.
And let's start from the top. Please watch it please watch it. Also, open it on another tab and just let it play. You can just mute it.
In fact, why don't you mute it here so that we can ensure that they really do it? Because they'll want the audio. So you mute it here and tell them to have
Watch
a
it
second
there.
tab.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So
but we will be playing it here, but you'll be watching it in your own
Yeah, I mean legit views. I mean, go put a legit view on it. So like, watch it there, but then also listen to this audio, so you get the commentary. That's all I mean.
Did you smoke that stove?
No, dude, I knew if I lit that in the basement, that smell would never go away.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
I was like, hell no. So I kind of tried to make it look. But anyway, here it is. Without further ado.
Bro, this seems
Hi there.
annoying as hell.
My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending.
Alright, anyway, this is probably copyrighted music that he used. Oh yeah, I did want to kind of listen to his I did kind of want to listen to his analysis of this because I just think it's so funny. Like, he's like, don't worry guys, do you really think I'd burn real money? And then he's like, yeah, and it was only $1 too, so what, was it only $1 or was it fake money? If it was fake money, he did burn real money, by the way. If it was fake money, he wouldn't say it was only $1. Like, listen.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. By the way, when I was like, hey, just so you know, I made this joke. I don't, but like, I love my lawyer, and I don't. He definitely charges me fairly. So I was like, just so you know, I love you.
Just keep playing it.
Yeah, so yeah, I knew, I anticipated that as well. They're reporting me to the FBI for burning money. It's not real money, you fucking morons. But the funny thing is, like, I knew they were gonna do that. Burning a $1 bill,
Oh my
I
God.
knew they were gonna do that. It's not real money, dumb.
You criminal.
It's like,
How dare you?
Take a look in the mirror. Are you being serious? Is that something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine the FBI, yo, there's lots of chatter today. Oh, somebody burned a $1 bill on YouTube.
Yeah, a $1 bill. So is it a $1 bill or is it just not real?
We got him, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Like, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the state of the world, right? Look at everything that's happening, and you are wasting the FBI's time for someone burning $1. Okay, like, please, this is a good time for
I think
self-reflection.
it's the Treasury Department, anyways, right? Would handle that.
It would be a federal crime.
Secret Service does money, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, money is like they got their own.
You think the FBI is not involved in that?
Well,
let me ask
what do I
ChatGPT.
The Alan Greenspan.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Rise from the grave.
Who would punish someone for burning U.S. money? It would be under the U.S. Secret Service. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Oh my God, Alan Greenspan is not dead.
He's still kicking? What?
I guess he won't rise from the grave. He'll just.
Yeah, Alan Greenspan's gonna come get you, dude.
Come on over.
He's going to be tarnished.
How old is he now?
Rise ye tarnished.
Rise,
Hey,
Greenspan.
Elden Ring
Yes, but guys, of course, the people who like were so fucking committed to being like, no, he deserved to be reported to the CPS, are now reporting me to the FBI for burning a $1 bill. So let's please just enjoy the own self-report there, guys. This is the best.
They're investigating you, homie.
Yeah, I know the FBI. They're on their way. The sirens are on. They're
Why
actually
would you only fake $1?
parachuting in to our house to stop. Get down! What? Who's burning $1 bills? Hands up! I will open fire. Yeah. So here's a federal crime guide. Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home. I knew that. I knew it. That's so funny. And it's just the funniest bait ever. This whole thing has been about how easy to bait these fucking fools are. These guys reacted to content nuke. The snark freebooted the fuck out of it. They basically served them up on a silver platter. And then in making this video, it's so obvious about the shit that they're going to try to hit me on. And it's like so pathetic. Yes, burning a $1 bill. Send me to fucking prison to share my favorite. You know what's the penalty for burning a $1 bill? You have to pay $1. I don't know if that's true. I made that up. I made that up.
I think it probably is more serious than that. But.
I made that up. I don't know about that. But anyway, the money's not real, so good luck out there.
He made it up, and it also
Join
was
me
not
in
a funny
creating
joke.
generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, there's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream.
Yo, Ethan.
They would rarely add.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. Don't sue me, okay?
Bro, he's erasing evidence. You know, have you seen police stuff? How they follow them in the bathroom? So can someone follow him in the bathroom, please? Make sure he's not destroying evidence. Thank you, AB. AB's gonna follow you. About a year and a half ago. Sorry, I want to watch the chat. I'm just having too much fun. Just fun, guys.
Jamie L said 37 months, but have been here since the Matt Haas lawsuit. Even used it for my media law final in college. Peace and love.
Love that. Yeah.
Peace and love.
Now, I don't know that this one's going to set precedent because I think most likely they're going to settle before it ever goes to like an opinion.
a
But
great
if a judge writes an
dragonfly
opinion
head.
on this, it could. I mean,
Okay, anyway, so he's just gonna react to his whole thing. I kind of wanted to watch like the afterwards.
which is statutory damages and attorney's fees. Without that, it's toothless. So I knew I had to register it ahead of time, and I knew I had to make something long form so that it would challenge them to actually make a fair use of it. It's not like a 5-minute video, right?
Right.
So if you're gonna watch an hour and 40 long minute video, there's a lot of pressure on you to justify using the entire thing. I'm not saying you can't. And frankly, I saw some people that watched the whole thing that absolutely, I would say, did transform it. This, you know what I mean? They absolutely
Up the ladder,
transformed
you
it.
drop
Knows I'm
down
doing
and
the Trump.
hold the lever.
It's transformed. It's beautiful. It's his own work.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular.
Yeah. So
I also wanted you to say that people I know they're gonna try to come at us. They can't get to you on Twitter or whatever it is. We did not even know about this. Ethan surprised us with it.
Give me that.
But we knew he was cooking.
This is special ops.
Yeah,
Dan
it was
knew.
special ops. Yeah.
Dan knew.
I thought it was about me at first. I was like, fuck, man. That's why I brought him the muffin the other day.
Oh, you were trying to win me over? I was like, that's why I got so angry. I was like, this motherfucker trying to buy me off with a muffin. Yeah, this was it. And so I was like, it has to be long. It has to be copyrighted ahead of time. And when this idea for the song contest came up, I was like, this is perfect. It's super relevant to Twitch. Everybody's going to want to watch it.
Nice.
It's dramatic. It's informative. It's critical. It's highly critical, which means it's a creative work, but also there's a lot. Thank you so much. There's a lot that begs being analyzed. Like you have to analyze and comment on it a lot. There's really no space to do a lazy reaction on that one. And so, from the beginning, I gotta say, I'm gonna toot my horn here. That was pretty diabolical.
That was pretty diabolical.
I gotta tell you. And it is part of my, I told you guys too that the rules had changed once these people promoted CPS and justified it. The rules had changed.
So this is what I wanted to listen to, where it's like, the rules changed once these people promoted CPS and then lied about it. So once again, they didn't promote CPS on him. According to his own CPS agent, it was someone that Ethan Klein knew. And the second thing is, the CPS incident happened after the content nuke came. So why did he set this trap for people if his motivating factor for doing it was the CPS event?
There was a war waging, a war of decency, a war of lies, a war of immoral, horrific, disgusting behavior. And there was
literally setting up a holy war between himself and Frogan.
no limit to what these people would do to hurt
Boundary?
me and my family. What?
A war of boundaries?
A war of boundaries,
A
sure,
war
yeah.
of boundaries.
They crossed every boundary and then some. They went after my kid. And so, this is...
They went after your kids, then they said you lied about it. Then when you prove you didn't lie about it, they just justify it. They're like, well, actually, it was justified.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing you could say.
No. And the thing is, like, I'm not gonna lie, there was times doing this where I was like, maybe it's not worth doing all this. Maybe, it's too much, whatever.
What's going on over there?
Oh, I forgot to shake mine, but I already put the straw in it.
Shake it with the straw. That's what I do.
Ow, isn't it gonna spill
Like this,
everywhere?
look.
Oh, that's true, I can do that. What is-
Honestly, that's what I thought you were supposed to do.
Gate from
See, I'd use that squeak
That's
sound
what I'm
effect right
at the
now.
gate from.
We'll get you that.
Sure.
That's why I think why it's sealed up so good, so you can shake it.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I saw it in a super cringe TikTok once.
You're so smart.
I am so smart.
And I don't shake penises.
I don't hear that enough. Not just from you, from everybody.
I'm infinitely smarter than you.
But like when all this was going down, I got like laser focused, and I was like, all right, this is it. Game's on. Nothing's slowing me down. There's no line I won't cross. There's nothing I won't do against people that have promoted, encouraged, and justified CPS coming to my house. That's it.
Yeah, so he's like, the CPS is what made me want to actually target these people.
Cross. There's nothing I won't do against people that have promoted.
And once again, he's not saying it's about copyright. He's saying it's about getting back at the people that have promoted CPS coming to his house.
Encouraged and justified CPS coming to my house. That's it. Okay. And frankly, I'm not done. I think it's so funny how, you know, I was talking about how I'm going to sue Noah and Denims and all this stuff. And they go, oh, it's been 2 weeks. I haven't been sued. He's obviously lying. I'll give all the money back.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't understand.
Oh,
Something is fine. I mean, how many pages is each of these complaints?
These are monster
It's
complaints.
14
These are
pages!
like ironclad.
It's more than 14.
Because we knew that these were important, that they would be analyzed and read over.
Right.
So it was important for us to make these really, really solid, rock solid, right, complaints. And these are.
It's 14
And I
pages.
do hope, and by the way, they're very funny and entertaining too. You can find them in the
Oh my
description
God,
of
there's
my,
a lot of
of, my
guys behind me
the main
now.
channel video. And I hope these legal channels react to it as well, because it is going to be very entertaining. It really is.
Question here in the chat. The nuke came before the CPS call, right? Yes.
Yeah, I was planning before that, but what I meant was sometimes
a
my
lot of little
resolve
boys
would
over
waver,
there.
where I'm like, this is a big project,
And they have
it's
spears?
expensive,
Fuck,
I don't know if it's
really
worth
shit,
it,
dude.
right?
A lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time, huge project. I was like, you know, maybe it's just not worth it. It's not worth the stress and all that, the effort it's going to take. But my resolution was crystallized after all that. That's it.
Come on, are you gonna really have all of your
Winter
men
is coming.
fighting one-on-one?
What, Ela?
Winter is coming.
She's a Stark. Did you know that Ethan Klein is actually Jon Snow? Wait, they all just left after I killed their guy? Alright. Ethan Klein is actually Jon Snow or fucking Eddard Stark, except he's not gonna be the one that gets his head cut off. Jesus. Ela Klein is Catelyn Edwards. Or not Catelyn Edwards, Catelyn Stark. Winter is coming. Winter is coming for you, Frogan. Winter is coming for you, Denims. Casey Tron, you may blaze it no longer, for winter is here. The winter of your demise. Dude, what the fuck is this villain-ass monologue that they're doing?
Really solid, rock solid, right? Complaints, and these are.
Okay,
It's
that
14
And I
pages.
do hope. And by the way, they're very funny and entertaining too. You can find them in the description of the main channel video. And I hope these legal channels react to it as well, because it is going to be very entertaining. It really is.
Question here in the chat. The nuke came before the CPS call, right? Yes.
Yeah, I was planning before that, but what I meant was sometimes my resolve would waver, where I'm like, this is a big
Sometimes
project.
my resolve
it's
would
expensive.
waver.
I don't know if it's worth it, right?
A lot of time.
Yeah,
He's
a lot
like
of
an
time,
anime
huge project.
character.
I was like, you know, maybe it's just not worth it. It's not worth the stress and all that, the effort it's going to take. But my resolution was crystallized after all that. That's it.
Winter is coming.
Baby.
Winter is coming.
What, Ela?
Winter is coming.
That's the thing.
Winter is coming for
That's
Snark.
the thing they don't understand.
Junior just sent a super chat. When y'all got boba?
Holy shit.
Just now.
Fuck this shit, dude.
Magic
You said
Boba.
when?
We ordered it. Nick.
I just got here.
Alright, so here, let's do
This
Junior?
chest
It's just
is
like, when y'all get
immediately
boba?
after.
Where's your
Go
boba?
check it.
Just now, dude.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, yeah.
He's not asking for a lot of info.
I'm happy to share.
We can come.
I got it just now.
But
a
the
few
amount
minutes
of
ago.
question marks is kind of confusing because it's like very surprised.
How many question marks?
Let's see.
Well,
I think there was at least 5. Oh,
Wow.
6.
yeah.
Wow,
Six
that's-
question marks.
You really want
That's
They
like
really wanted to know.
highly something. Highly confused? Concerned?
The funny thing is, I've been watching these people. They get so mad at me. They hate me, right? After the iDubbbz thing and everything, and I'm thinking to myself this whole time, they have no idea.
You think you hate me now?
They're not even.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking snitch.
Absolutely.
Blowing a horn on my ass.
Now the thing is, but just remember, you remember who started this?
Oh, Philly
Took
just
it too
dropped.
far.
Oh.
Oh, I'm in it.
I haven't seen
Oh
it.
no.
Okay, so maybe you should check before you announce it. You know.
Was that a question or an
Nate's not
announcement?
here to do that.
Somebody asked a valid question here. Totally on Ethan's side, but does that count as entrapment? No. Like I said in this video, I didn't want them, right, to steal the content. It's just that I knew they would do it, and that's why I planned. It's literally just planning, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you build a trap, they still need to walk into it, right? But I call it a trap, but honestly, it's the bare minimum that you can do to protect your intellectual property. It's literally just copywriting it.
Did Philly D even just drop?
Now they're just lying about his dropping?
Oh, he did? Okay, 2 minutes ago.
This is
he
around
did.
the time when he usually drops.
Wait, Hassan is in the thumbnail.
What's the title?
Ooh, a flail.
When
that's
Karen
sweet.
reads acquittal,
How do I equip that?
I don't know, really exposed, and how Roman scam compounds built a globe.
Oh, okay. Voice is just so great. How do I inventory? Can't use it, huh? I don't have the dexterity to use. What about these kukri knives? Use, leave, discard. The leave selected number, discard selected number. Okay, well, whatever. Let me try to kill these boulders.
Global Crime Empire.
That's not a good title.
What kind of a title is that, Philly D?
What a mess.
Oh my God.
Acquittal really exposed and how romance scam compounds
Oh my God,
built a global crime empire. Yeah.
Hey, hold on, I have an urgent
Title is an
super
offense.
chat.
Urgent?
Yeah, Mad Dog King says I have an unopened pack of Pokemon Oreos. I just want you to know. I mean, we could buy it from him, but I never got to try those.
I'll give you.
Ethan
will pay you. Ethan will give you.
Yeah, I would. So reach out to Mad Dog King.
$150.
Alright, anyway. I think I'm done with this. More Donnie. Oh, this is what I wanted to watch too. So this is these crazy fundamentalist Catholic people. And I wanted to listen to a little bit of this podcast. This is Donald Trump, the woke right, and Russia's invasion.
Right. What is that? What's your opinion of it?
What we have in the woke right are people who are against the evils of the left. They're not for the principles that formed Christendom. And so you see this with for example, with regard to Israel and this insurgent anti-Semitism. You see this with regard to Ukraine. Russia's steelman argument is that this is NATO expansionism, and you wouldn't like China coming into Mexico. We're trying to protect our traditional values, our religious values, and that's what we're doing.
Is there any validity to any of that?
No. I very much see Donald Trump as kind of an Old Testament king figure, and I believe it was divine intervention to spare his life so that the good that he promised he would do, Mr. Trump. Our love for you does not extend to denying truth. That's a lie.
Bro, that was like a fever dream. This guy talking about the Christianity of Trump. I'm just getting chased through the woods. Why did I just like go out and point as I died? Alright, I need to kill this leader. If I can kill the leader, it should be fine.
What's going on in the world right now, Father?
Jesus Christ is coming. Jesus Christ is coming. Every day we get a little closer to that. So whether it's in a year or 10,000 years, but every day we're getting closer to the kingdom of God, and all of nature, all these things that we see are the birth pangs that are reminding us that this world is beautiful, but not nearly as beautiful as the one he has prepared for us. So I try to see everything in that perspective, that our true home, the true world that we were born for, is not the world that we see and hear and smell. But it certainly seems like the wheels are falling off this present world when you look at the wars in the Middle East, the war in Ukraine. You look at our own internal problems here in the United States, the situation with the family, the situation with world demographics, the population implosion. You look at the cost of inflation. I mean, if you don't have the faith, it could drive people to suicide. You look at our world.
Jesus Christ. Oh, this is so dark. If you don't have the faith... Yeah, it's my first Souls game. Use his gesture to point. Wish I can. Well, he's not coming every day. He's getting closer to coming every day. That's the issue. He's actually just like, basically he's like, we're edging Christ. So this guy is saying that we're edging Christ, and if he didn't believe that Christ was one day going to come, he would kill himself. That's what we've gotten from this guy so far. How do you do like an assassination style move? What the f- Come on, I hit him in the back. God. That was lame. I was so lame. I did so bad. Oh God. Orange flowers. Let's just stop and smell the roses, buddy. Come on. Oh. The rock there. Dude, you hit me with a torch? Fuck you. Oh, I could actually use this torch from... Wow, I'm already out of my healing. Hey. Next up. Sneaking up at pressing R1. Okay, well I am using PlayStation. So let me... Yeah, I think I did R2. Oh, there's the guy, he saw me. Come on. How do you taunt? Assassin opportunity. Okay, I think that should do it. Doing this approach. Let me try to find someone to stuck on. Hold on, let me play. Let me listen to how Christ is coming while I try to come on to some people.
Fortunately, we know that Christ has overcome the world, and all of these things are simply the birth pangs that prepare us and purify and perfect our faith.
You know, prior to Trump being elected, it was a lot easier, I think, for group cohesion when we defined ourselves perhaps not by what we were, but by what we were against. We're against the left. We're against wokeism. Now that Trump and the administration have come to power, I'm noticing a lot of infighting and trying to figure out who we are. It feels like that's a lot more difficult. Like figuring out what we are and what we're about is actually a more difficult thing than just defining yourself by what you're against.
Yes.
And so right now it seems like the right, to use political language, is trying to figure that out.
Isn't that supposed to be the whole Catholic thing, or even just religious thing? Describe what you are? I have to like define yourself by what you're... Dude, that was beautiful. Were these wolves tamed by them? Okay, well let's listen to more of this Catholic drivel.
What are you seeing?
Well, I see that as reflected in the church's history. You know, we had, the first few centuries, we had numerous, bishops and authorities, theologians condemning and attacking various heresies. You know, Irenaeus of Lyon attacking Gnosticism and, the Judaizing heresy of the 1st and 2nd century. And there are lots of Orthodox writers, denouncing what they're against. But only by the year 325 and actually by 380 does the church put forth kind of a symbol of faith, as it's called, the creed, as it's translated, and this is what we're for. So it took over 3 centuries for the church to be able to do that, and I see that as well as our society and our culture kind of implodes, seeing that it removed the pillars of the Judeo-Christian foundation of our society. We have a lot of people, atheists, secular Jews, like-minded Muslims in some cases, Catholics, Protestants, just piling in saying we're against what they're doing. And then we think that they're all on the same team. But now that there's an administration which is not, overtly hostile to, family issues, freedom issues, all of a sudden we're seeing that, hey, all of these people, they're against the things that we were against, but they're not all for the things that we are for. And so now we're getting the compartmentalizing of MAGA. And that happens. That's not unique to the MAGA movement. That's just part of politics.
So what are you seeing that's positive and negative?
Well, I mean, the positive I see is this willingness to fight against obvious cultural, spiritual, political evil. The emasculating of boys and the defeminizing of girls, and in the transgender movement, and people are willing to fight against that, and they're willing to fight against financial and political corruption in our institutions and expose it, the darkness by putting the light of truth on these things. So exposing that corruption, pushing back against abortion, transgenderism, all of those things, that's positive. The negative thing that I see, in my humble opinion, is that it's unprincipled. And it is not guided by enduring, rational, and faithful principles, which have steered the ship of the Catholic mind quite well for 2,000 years. And there's a visceral, emotionalist reaction against those principles, and that's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like every group feels like it's fracturing into smaller groups. And I wonder why that's the case. I mean, we live in the Catholic space, and so we see it in our space. But I'm told by Jews and Muslims and even atheists, like atheists are now very divided on whether they're going to stand for or against some of these woke issues. It feels like our Lord's words, Satan has desired to sift you as wheat. Okay, so you were at the shooting of Donald Trump. How many times do you get asked about that every day?
Well, a fair bit.
Yeah.
Was
That was pretty wild. And I know a lot of people were seeing the hand of God in that. Do you have any strong thoughts?
On enemies so you're not
Yes, I do. I mean, being intimately involved in everything, and
for those who are watching for the first time, you were there. You led the prayer. You met Trump just before he got shot.
Yes. Yeah. So I do have not just strong views, but I think well thought out views on the matter after distance and time and reflection. And I very much see Donald Trump as a kind of an Old Testament king figure. There's one king in the Old Testament who his name escapes me at the moment, who was extraordinarily blessed by God, and nevertheless he kind of squandered a lot of those blessings through his pride. And we see that, I think, King Uzziah, and we see that, I think, with President Trump, when you look at some of the things he's doing. It's not to say that, we give up on him, we don't pray for him. Like, all the reason more to pray for our king, our president.
Careful.
Yeah. I'm from the British Commonwealth, where I grew up, so, but no, is our head of state, is to pray for him, to lean into him with prayer, because the decisions he makes are massive, and the implications are far and vast. But I see that, as we were speaking earlier, about kind of a visceral reactionaryism against what our enemies supported, and those blessings that he was given on that day, and I believe it was divine intervention to spare his life, so that the good that he promised.
Guys, you have to remember, these are the people that are in Trump's administration that are actually making decisions. These are the people that encourage Trump to bomb Iran and support Israel, genociding Palestinians and bombing Iran.
He would do. yet there is the danger that those blessings can be squandered, and you see this in the Old Testament with King Saul, Uzziah, Barlam. You look at so many Old Testament figures, and I mean you see it with Judas as well, or with Peter, is that blessings are given by God and blessings are squandered by man. So I do believe he was spared by God. But that isn't to say that that's God's solemnization and canonization of everything he does. He has a specific, good, and noble task ahead of him, but it necessitates our prayer. And lacking that, human pride takes over.
I've been talking a lot lately about my friends at the College of St. Joseph the Worker. Jacob Imam, Mike Sullivan, Andrew Jones and company. The guys who started the college that combines the Catholic intellectual tradition with skilled trades training. Well, listen to this. They're growing their program and are looking to connect with experienced Catholic tradesmen to hire as instructors. And then within 5 minutes, we were assured that men can be pregnant. And it just feels like we're lying in the wreckage of reason, actually. And I think because of that, a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going towards the conservative tent," and that tent just became a lot larger. And there's a lot of people in that tent, like we mentioned earlier. And then within that tent, I would say a lot more people are looking towards Christianity in a way that I haven't seen in my lifetime. And that might be because of the gateway drug that is Jordan Peterson, that I think kind of helped funnel some of these rabid new atheist types towards openness, towards the wisdom of the Bible and even the truth of the Bible. Yeah? You seeing that?
Yeah.
And so now, but then within that larger Christian tent, there's now, I think, a movement towards apostolic Christianity. I'm hearing a lot of people converting to Coptic or Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox or Catholicism. I don't hear a lot of people like leaving the Catholic Church, the Orthodox Church for Protestantism.
Right.
I'm seeing videos online, here's why Protestantism is dying, and so on and so forth. So it's just interesting. I feel like right now we have a real opportunity to proclaim the gospel, to repent of our sin, to invite people into community. So there's a real opportunity. There's also, like, I think, there's also the temptation for Christianity to become a sort of political bludgeon or something like that, or where we use the trappings of Christianity to just push forward our worldly political agenda.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, and so much of this comes, and this applies both to religious events. The Pew study just released the data on the foot traffic of where people are going, and we're still, especially Catholics, we're still losing a lot more than we're gaining. About 20 people to 1, so is the ratio. But you're right when you say that people are when they leave agnosticism or atheism and they go somewhere, it's usually to churches that have very defined dogma and tradition, and they're not going to the feel-good, charismatic, make up your own kind of spirit, Joel Osteen corner church. But what I think is at the root of this is something that really comes out of Genesis 1, and I've been reflecting on this. What's at the root of it is, in Genesis 1, there's Toho and Bogo, this kind of total formlessness, and Bogo is like void. And out of that wasteland of nothingness and chaos, God slowly but surely over the course of a few days begins to put together order and beauty and symmetry. And I think that happens both in the hearts of men and in by extension in society, is that the people dabbled into kind of the new atheists, and they thought that was like really profound, and then they realized that it's a dark room with a lugubrious bottom. There's nothing there.
What is that word? I love that word. I've never heard it before.
Lugubrious.
What is that word?
It's like, think of like a liquid black
ooze. That's good.
Yeah.
Lugubrious.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just think of what anyone who's thinking of sending their kids to an Ivy League school, their brains are going to be lugubrious, ooze and black. But that's what the minds of the Gen Xers and the millennials entered into by reading these guys. and it was a formless waste.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so that they're beginning to pull themselves out of it. If through fear of endless chaos, or through love of beauty, but whatever it is, they're putting it in drive and they're getting out of the mud. And we see that, as you said, by these. I've seen it in my own church. Some young people coming in who've never been in a church, obviously have never been baptized, and no one in their family are churchgoers. So this is a new experience.
Yeah.
You know, when we had the converts from the 1930s or something, you know, oh, I was a Presbyterian and my mom was a Methodist, and I thought Catholics worship Mary, and then they have a conversion. This is a different type of animal. You know, these are out of the ooze, so to speak.
Interesting.
Yeah, out of the toho and the bogle.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's spiritually, personally, but then we're seeing that politically as well. People who are not, they haven't been reading, you know, George Weigel and First Things and you know, Richard John Newhouse. They wouldn't know any of those names, but they are becoming more conservative politically. And as you say, the tent right now is pretty broad. Delineations are going to be made, but these delineations that will be made are going to be on the basis of a lot of these people who are coming in.
Yeah. We talked a lot about the woke left, at least in the last decade, but people are beginning to use a new phrase, the woke right. What is that? What's your opinion of it?
Yeah. Again, it's this. A lot of this is the movement of out of that toho and bogo, out of formlessness and wasteland. Everything in Scripture is the archetype for our understanding ourselves and our society. And I see this with the woke right as well, as I call it.
What is that? What does that mean?
It's people who kind of, they like the, I'll put it
people that support Trump that he personally doesn't like.
This way. You know, the Israelites, they left Egypt.
Yeah.
And you know, they get their freedom. They're free from the house of slavery. And what do?
They worship a golden calf.
They worship the golden calf, you know, which was worshipped by the Egyptians. And they revert to the old slavery. They slouch and long after the old slavery. And so what we see with the woke right are people who have come into the house, but they are infected by the old idols still. And that is, their positions are emotive, and they're not based on faith and reason.
Oh,
and so they're against things, just like the anger of the old leftists. You know, they're angry. They're against patriarchy. They're against the institution of institutional Christianity. They're against all this. What are you for? Well, we don't know. And so what we.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a better moment than that in this game. Fucking dodged the hammer into a backstab. No. Oh, another hammer boy over here. You might be a hammer, but can you even touch this? Bro, no, not the wolves. I have bad memories of these fucking beasts. Okay. There we go, smithing stone. Flesh. Oh my god. I'm basically dead. I need to like rest at a side of glory. Where was that church where you can smith stuff? I have some runes. Or can you heal yourself by going to a site of grace? You get a nice smithing stone. Oh, let me go over there. Alright, let's listen to what else this freak has to say. the woke right, the people that aren't conservative enough for him.
Have in the woke right are people who are against the evils of the left.
Okay.
And they're not for the principles that formed Christendom. And so you see this for example, with regard to Israel and this insurgent anti-Semitism. You see this with regard to Ukraine.
Just remember, when he says resurgent anti-Semitism, he means being against Israel, not supporting not supporting the genocide of Israel.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
Alan Ted?
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Finger me.
I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Last time, level up.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me.
The level up menu,
Your
you can
thoughts,
spend runes, increase your attribute.
Your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I can't even level up? I need 829 runes. That's so embarrassing. I couldn't perform, I'm sorry. Use the spectral steed whistle to summon and ride your spectral L3. How do I use a whistle? If your spectral steed dies, you can summon it again, but it will cost 1 flask of crimson. You can dismount by using the whistle again or by pressing L3. From pouch in the main menu, you can equip up to 6 items. 4 of those items can be used without opening them. Okay. My health reset? How do I, equip something? I have shield on the left, sword on the right. Though. Let's just try it. Which displays would you? Leave selected mode. Which view right now? Well, I'll have to figure this out later. Anyway, guys, I almost leveled up. I didn't though. But anyway, let's call this for now and come on, Captain. Just don't want to get jumped by a bunch of Alright, well, I think that's a good time to fucking give me quick items on right menu. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out a little bit. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna call it for there. I'm getting fucked at this game, so need to play it more and actually get good. So I'll talk to you guys later. I think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, maybe even doing a fan debate panel. That's something you guys would be interested in watching. That should be fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. This was a fun way to spend Saturday night / Sunday